Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose, this is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand rising, everyone. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka I'm just loving everybody and loving everything today. Woo, it's the day after Father's Day, and I know if y'all anything like me, y'all been on that grill or at somebody's house that was cooking out yesterday. You know, I didn't go to a cookout yesterday, but there was a cookout at my cousin's house on Saturday with the good hot dogs and all that good stuff. It's wonderful when family can get together and celebrate stuff like that. Pay homage to the fathers and the many, many beautiful men of the world. Whether you done birthed some babies or not, you've always been, to me, a father or a daddy. And y'all know what I mean when I say y'all daddies, you know. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold you long before we get into our show. Today is Monday Madness. We got some videos to laugh and kiki about, and just some random topics to throw the kick out there. But before I do, I want to let Molly Mall know that his sea moss is good. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's good as I don't know what. But he already know that the Molly Mall sea moss is the bomb.com with the taste. And also with shades of blue. When you drink your sea moss and have your shades of blue, that's a combo that's good for you. You know it's true because I said it. Brenda Brown used to tell me, you know it's true because it rhymes. If it rhymes, it means it's true. Or this shoot. There's a whole lot of stuff that's true and blue. Like this book, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. And Molly Mall, you know he's a mellow fellow. That's why his lemonade uh, banner is always yellow. The lemonade's the Molly Mall most. But oh gosh, I'm so tired. I think it's from the rain. So let me just say good morning to my men, uh, very, very super producers, Molly Mall and Big Money Trey.
What up, Riri?
Grand
What's up,
Rising.
Ricky?
Y'all laughing at me,
What's
but
up,
I
What's up,
know
Slippy?
Rodney and everybody not gonna believe me, but I am tired because um my friend came over last night and we stayed up just about all the night talking. That was just beautiful. That was just
Get it
beautiful.
did, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not
No,
at all.
he said that he know that I'm want to take my time, and he said how that he missed me and that he's willing to be gentle with me and take time. And I was like, oh, he said it feels like
Oh,
he never left off where we dropped off because he came to my house last night because he was like, oh, come over, and I was like, he said, well, can I come to you? And I was like, yeah, sure. And Tyree was like, okay. So you know, so it was just nice having company.
oh yeah, that's good.
Laughed and kikied and just be silly. Why? I like it when older people act silly. Like when you act like just silly, just having fun. And I like that kind of silliness in conversation. We laugh and we singing songs
I
together.
think
That was
everybody needs
fun.
that.
Yeah, I think so. That part was like super fun. Um, I had got him a trinket years ago when we were dating years ago. It said number one dad, and what I wear around my neck that I got that from him too. It's an open ended heart. And he was like, "Look, honey," and that's where I get the honey bunny from. And he showed me that he still had the chain with the number one dad on it. And I said, "Well, this is you and Tyree. I never take this off." Even we were just laughing and just being silly. It was nice. No pressure, no sexual pressure, no sexual nothing. But we just like snuggled and cuddled, that kind of stuff. That the normal people do. But it was just
Right.
so beautiful, and I feel so like I feel so relaxed. I don't know
What
why.
up, LA?
That's a
I
nice
don't know why. I
feeling.
just feel relaxed.
What's up, Josh?
Grand
LA
Rising.
in here. Reese said she got the cuddle last night till 5 in the morning. So she feeling good.
I
We
feel
getting
relaxed.
close.
You know, I just feel like I released some cortisol. Like Gwen always say, you got cortisol in your poop or whatever. I feel like I released some. I released something. I don't know, but it was a Zen moment. Do y'all ever feel like that? That it's just a Zen moment, like, like one of those.
Yeah, you feel a little light on your feet and all that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so look so light. I got up and fell. I was dizzy. No, but that was cute though. It was just like I feel less tense and less stressed. So that was definitely beautiful.
Right. What's up, Gerald? What's up, Gerald and Josh? What's good?
Hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome, 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 daddies. All my big daddies out there.
You a hoe. You a
Type
hoe.
out there. Who? I'm a hoe.
Yeah, you a hoe.
I'm a hoe. You know
You
I'm
a
a
hoe.
hoe.
You got a new daddy every week.
I told you so.
I need some life changes to happen if everybody your daddy. All these daddies, somebody's supposed to be checking on some.
All these many men. Many men. Yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
I claim and love everybody. I do.
Okay.
I do. I love them all. And that's my boo. That's my,
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
how I do. It's how I do.
Mhm.
But I want to hear from the audience. What did they do for Father's Day? Look, the parade went
What's
off.
up, Kenny?
31 people got hurt.
Ain't nothing.
How about that? Only 31 people got hurt during Saturday's festivities. And
Not
that's
only 31,
well, that's good because
but the way. All right.
Had to go to the hospital because you'll be thinking that a whole lot of people something to happen, but it went off good without a hit. But in Virginia, it was like thousands and thousands of protesting we don't need a king. I was like, Virginia was hot yesterday, wasn't they? I was shocked. They said thousands was down there and all these other stuff.
Ellen Tongue, give her a dick still soft.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. This not the day to get it up today. This is a regular Monday Madness day.
The Reverend.
Thank you.
What's up?
You.
What's up, JB?
Amen, Gerald.
So, and I'm like, well, that's a good thing. And then when they show, see, this is what I don't understand. Maybe I'm just ignorant to the fact, or maybe I don't know what fire looks like. But when they was showing the fire back and forth for the launching of the thing, it looked like how firecrackers look. I mean, when I saw the bursting and stuff, I was like, is that what that? When they showed it on the camera, did y'all see that? Iran and Israel, they were showing that was supposed to be the exchange of fire, but it reminds me of their fireworks thing. So, and I just don't know what to believe because
what the hell is going on right now? Is it was it an article or something that you're talking about? You saying what are you saying?
It was. I'm still seeing it.
She said she's seeing shooting missiles or something at each other.
On CNN, they showed the missiles and stuff. It's supposed to be,
you can see them landing. I know what you're talking about now. Okay,
back and forth, and then when it goes in the sky, it look like. And I was like, I wonder is that
the parade?
Nah, that's how that shit work. They shoot a motherfucking rock or missile at you, and it some joints attract heat, so heat attract to it. So even if you fly and you turn left, that motherfucker would turn left with you. You turn right.
Oh yeah,
the heat they got today is crazy. It might look like fireworks, but it does damage.
Hey Reese, you know who a Carlton Herndon is?
Yeah, hey Carlton.
Okay, he like the Morning Max Show page. What's up, Carlton? Mr. Carlton.
What up, Carlton?
Carlton, that's my friendly officer. Is he on? Because Carlton is the officer. I wanted him to come on Wellness Wednesday. I reached out to him.
So okay, Carlton, well, sure. This is the time that he's hearing it right now. That if it wasn't established before, he's hearing it now. So
I reached out to you, Carlton. Get with me. I would love for you to come on the show and talk about. They have questions about being a police officer, the safety protocols, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and everything. They wanted a professional. I said, well, I know a professional. He was an officer for 30-something years. He was, he did his thing. So if you ever get some time, Paul, you come in and sit on the show anytime. If you want to come on right now, I'll send you the link via stream, y'all. You come on right now. Go, that's my baby. Carlton and Tracy and DA and all of them and Nate and all of them. So from Next Level Radio, they always going to be my big daddies.
You just keep it rolling, huh? Wow.
I just keep it rolling.
No, just keep doing what you're doing. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yes. I keep it rolling, and it was from Next Level. So I called to Tracy, and Carlton, Tracy, and I forget. I keep saying Bill. This name wasn't Bill. It was Carlton. Well, anyway, Carlton and the guys from the Perspective Show. I remember that's how I got started in radio. If it wasn't for them, and they was like, "Reese, come to the studio. Come to the studio." And I came to the studio. It was in code 2020. And we came up there and they shut Harrison Mall down. They shut Harrison Mall down in March. Couldn't get in March. And they said as soon as they opened it back up, called and said, "We're gonna bring you back." And I came back in August. And in August.
Now you got her talking about history.
I know, right?
Yeah, all you gotta do is say hi, thanks for watching, my guy. I don't even think he even watching anymore. If so, leave a comment. Make sure you like. Make sure you share. Y'all watching on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, please.
Please. And we came in August. I came in there for an interview, and they did it, and we laughed it. And Nate, the owner of in Next Level Radio, he was like, "You funny." He was like, "You could do your own show." And I was like, "For real?" I thought he was joking. He said, "Sure." He said, "When you want to start?" I said, "Monday." He said, "Okay, you got it. You can come to the studio Monday. What time you want to do the show?" I said the time. Me and Tyree went up there, and the rest was history. 5 years ago.
Smart man.
August the 28th. Or the 30th.
You look like you can do a movie, Reese.
I've been doing movies.
Hey, you got a Miss Kim Phillips too that like the Morning Mac Show page, Reese.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure y'all comment and stuff as well, because I want to see like the interaction from the people coming by. If you liking it, that's cool. But if you liking it and then moving on,
say happy belated
interaction.
Father's Day. Yeah, happy belated Father's Day to everyone.
Oh yeah, I forgot all the fathers. Shoot, I forgot about a lot of y'all. My bad.
Yeah, it's Father's Day.
Don't nobody care halfway.
Even though the Morning Mac did send a shout out, we did send shots out from the Morning Mac Show yesterday. What you say about a movie? We can ready to do a movie?
Nah, I said it was called advertisement. I do it all the time for certain people.
Oh, let's do it.
Y'all know they got that voice. Hey, you should start a podcast. Yeah, you got it. And then later on, I like to start. You can start Monday. Yeah, this how much it would cost you though. And now they got another customer. The minute you ain't been in that motherfucker, I ain't seen them. We've been on here for years. I don't know nobody you talking about. Wow. So they can support the show that you on now. As long as you ain't at their studio, seem like they don't care. But that's what it's telling you. Don't be a suck all the time. Don't think people trying to look out all the time. Sometimes it's trying to get money off you. That was the case though. But that's most times a sale pitch. Hey, you ever did it? And you like, it ain't like he's like, I look out for you. Like we ain't gonna charge you. We only gonna charge you this. He charge you like he charged anybody else.
Miss Kim actually did comment. She said she remembers when you started your show. She said, "Congratulations on your longevity and wish you many, many more." Thank you, Miss Kim.
Thank you, Miss Kim.
I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yep, she said, "I remember when you started your show."
Nate actually did look out for me and Ty. And Tyree ended up being the person that goes to the studio to let everybody else in. The studio.
He was he probably the engineer for other shows and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tyree ended up So and it was like we was family. So it was that time, they did look out, and Tracy, and everybody. They welcomed me in like the little sister. About the game, they said just keep your same personality. They showed Tyree what he needed to know about engineering and doing the other shows. And it's because we was just 3 minutes away. That's why we live so close. And a lot of times when the other people couldn't get to the studio, Tyree became the studio manager because he right there, he had keys and everything. And I think that was an awesome experience for him. You know, he already knew half the stuff, and then he learned the other half of the engineering and all of that beautiful stuff. And they was like, Ty, get us on the air, Ty. And Ty be up there working it and getting them on people, logging the people on the air, setting up the people shows. You know, he'll stick around on some people's shows, music and intro. It was sweet for him. And I love that. That was all during the pandemic because we was able to get back into the studio in August of 2020. And we was during that pandemic time.
It's a call to my homie. Back in the Next Level Radio days, I have some more. Yes, the
Next Level. I have some more.
Shout out to Nate.
Mm-hmm. And I used to go at Iris Samar. I was an Iris Samar walker. Me and my mother, and they would let you in. If you was a walker, you had to bring permission from the doctor, clean bill of health from the doctor, and all of this to be an Iris Samar. Well, I was up there with senior citizens. I think I might have been the youngest one then. Everybody, people 85 years old was out walking. It was like, come on, young girl, come on. And I was like,
ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Shoot.
Me and my mother used to get out there and walk the daggone mall because if you do so many laps, that's a mile. Downstairs at the bottom, they let us in. We come from 8 to 9, I think it was. We had an hour to walk, but we had music and everything. And then at the end, we did line dance.
Miss Kim said, shout out to Nate. She said at Next Level Radio, Iris Samar, she said it was very family oriented indeed.
I just read that.
We would get together and have picnics.
Nigga stays there all day. Rico Rico and Ron went up there. I reposted
I still did interview them. Slicky would come up there, and when y'all came into our suite, our time, I would have food laid out for you. There was food, drinks, and other drinks.
Is that a knife?
Yeah, I'm cutting up vegetables.
And sometimes the other show behind us would come in early when they knew I was having guests to so they could partake of in the victuals. It was a really nice time, and they just try to look out for everybody. And I miss that the parties and stuff like that and the functions.
Well, bring it back.
It'll be on a smaller level for make it be, but Next Level Radio, all the shows participated. I mean, it was the station, and it was on a bigger level. But I could do what I could do I could do what I could do with what I got. I could try to do that, throw something together, throw a party. They used to do the Halloween parties, and then they had the battles of the DJ Zoe. Jigga jukebox. So and some other DJs. It used to be quite a few people on the roster back in the day. They had the live bands would come up there and play. Cause the bottom of Iris Mall, they had an event center. I want to say it was a big space, and we would go in there. They would throw their jams and stuff in there right there in Iris Mall. So the bands would be able to come up. They'll be able to have little party celebrations and stuff like that. It was nice. It really was.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So those long gone are those days. So now I gotta move forward and let's see what we can do in future days and everything. Maybe I could do a collab with the Morning Max Show on Next Level Radio. If they having something, like I could call Nick, try to contact to be part of it because I am a queen of go-go was at Next Level now, and some other shows that Next Level Studios or Next Level Radio, which they have moved the location. They off of Marlboro now.
Jigga Jukebox, B-Man.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, Miss Kim Phillips was saying that.
Yep.
Miss Kim, I'm gonna call her, but Miss Kim was saying that. I was just reading a comment.
Yep. We had different shows. Good time.
What up, child?
Hey, I got a Reese. I got a question for you. That's kind of Monday Madness to me. I want to try to have a question for each day that I'm on. If I ain't got to work, that is.
Okay.
So the question is, how do you decompress from a situation that you know is going to piss you off? Like, it's some things it's unavoidable. A lot of things you can steer away from. And this is for anybody in the pen. This is for y'all too. This is for anybody in the comment section. But how do you decompress from a situation you know is going to piss you off? Like something that might be
Yeah.
inevitable, or it's just something that like blindsides you. But how do you decompress and get the hell off of being angry?
Time, separate yourself from the explosives. So whatever that thing is that's gonna make you explode, separate yourself. Put some space, definitely some distance between uh that person, you and that person or that situation. So you could come back when you are level headed and calm, cool, collected. So you could be able to, calmly assess the situation or attack it. But you got to
Right.
think about it. You can't let emotions flare up or get in the way. And sometimes we do when we're not able to decompress, we blow up.
Hey, Cal.
Emotions. So
I ain't mad
some
at that.
time and some distance away. Molly, what you think?
I'm trying to figure out Cal last name. What it is? Yakasuki. Yakaki. I don't know.
Don't get me sounding offensive out here.
Hey,
Young,
Yakowski.
Yonko,
Yakowski.
Youngkowski,
Is
That's
it
how
like
Kowski?
my last
Kowski,
name.
probably
Yeah,
Youngkowski,
like
probably.
Rakowski.
That's dope. We sound like somebody that do something like artistic or something like that.
Uh, yeah, I
So
just think it depends on the individual growth. Like some people would take a longer period of time to learn how to deal with situations like that. It ain't got nothing to do with age. It got a lot to do with being put in those situations. So the more you get put in that situation, you'll know how to deal with it. Some people don't get put in that situation till later on in life, and they don't know how to deal with it. And they feel like I'm grown. So I'm gonna go ahead and say what I gotta say. But when you're young and you get put in that position so much and can't say certain things and get told when you can talk and stuff like that, you learn from it. Like attitude used to get me suspended a lot. And my grandmother used to talk to me, like you can't just keep punching people when you mad. Just because you mad and that don't mean to hit a person. And I ain't know that. I just think like you say something piss me off. And one thing people to say is, that's why your mother a crackhead. And that's all you had to say. And I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And I'm gonna get my friend. And my grandma's like, boy, you can't let that. They know that's your trigger. So she started telling me to sleep on it. Anytime I got mad, she say sleep on it. And if you wake up
See how
tomorrow,
you
you
feel in the
still feel the
morning.
same way, then go knock that motherfucker in his face. But if not, then you'll know. And then the next day I start waking up. I never wanted to do half the things that I thought I would have did. No matter what it is, I'd be mad, then I sleep on, I wake up. I'd be like, I ain't even mad no more. So I started using it, throughout my life. And the older I got, it got easy. It got to the point I ain't even got to sleep on it. I can wait 10, 15 minutes and I feel back. I just know not to respond, breathe, just think about what the outcome can be. I can beat you. You can beat me up. Both of us can get arrested. I can kill you. You kill me. One of us dead. Family here. So I started thinking like, is it worth it? Nah, not over no $10. You owe me over $2K or something.
Hell
You
yeah.
learn how to let some things go. Like it ain't worth it. If it's $50, you can have that $50. But money costs a lot of problems. Either you don't have it or you ain't giving it. So it's one or the other.
That part. Solid ass answers this morning. She said, Miss Kim
Yeah.
said, what she say? Have a great day. Have a great show. Just wanted to show some love and I wish you the best. Congratulations again. She's talking to you, Reese, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle said the yam man, like maybe he grow like vegetables or yams and
Okay.
fresh stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Kowski, he
That's
the
cool.
best
That's a
at it.
name I never seen. I never and I ain't hear Reese say that she you know who you are or anything like that. So that's dope to get you know, a
Appreciate it,
comment
y'all
from somebody I
watching.
never seen.
At
Yeah,
y'all
man.
followers in the comments. You ain't even gotta put their name, just put at followers. If you do that in the comments, we definitely appreciate it. That'll get more viewers in to watch.
Mm-hmm. That's the goal.
Definitely.
Say
I learned in anger
management.
management in the military, you're the only one that can make yourself mad. Comes down to what you give attention to. Absolutely. Yep.
Mm.
Absolutely.
See, military teach it.
That's so true.
Yeah. As far as decompression, I mean, if I can, um, I'll remove myself from the environment. I mean, you can't always. That's why I asked the question the way I try to ask it because it's not. Thank you, Kyle, for the at followers join whatever. But I can't always remove myself from environment. Like I might be at work, and I was just talking to a coworker over the phone yesterday about a situation that happened where I don't know, manager was just being real nitpicky for no reason, just like I don't know, trying to get a rise out of me or something like that. Um, One thing I do though is to evaluate myself, evaluate the situation, evaluate myself. Number one, determine whether it matters, whether I should give a fuck or not. Really, like, is the situation that deep? Am I overthinking it? Am I just, is it just somebody just know how to push my buttons for right now? How deep is it? So um, I'll coach myself. Sometimes I say, Trayvon, let that shit go. Trayvon, finish your little 4 or 5 hours that's left and take your ass home. So I don't have a conversation with myself, but I do talk to myself and coach myself to try to let shit go or try to evaluate whether the situation is that deep for real. So that's my little answer.
I had a situation like that at work where I stayed in the HR
Thank y'all for
office
that, for the at followers train. Thank you.
because the my Mary Pat Devereaux, that was her name. They called her MPD. She was mean. She was like, she reminded me of Pennywise, that clown,
Yeah,
because she would walk around white face and had this crazy smile on her face all the time. And she would say some of the most honorary thing and just say some stuff, and she just would pick with everybody. I don't know nobody that was like all gung ho with her until MedStar. When MedStar brought over the practice, and she was longer, no more. Her position was changed. Then she came different, but I wasn't there to see the difference when she there. I was there when she was a stone cold bitch. She used to do things to pick people.
who
She
popped in
used
the
to
back
just.
room?
She was
JoJo.
Oh, what's
hey.
up, JoJo?
She would tell me to do
Ain't nothing.
something, and this is on the job. And I learned sometimes on the job because I was like, okay, yeah, and then not try not to let it bother me. But on my job, I had to go behind her and clarify stuff because she would say one thing and I do it, and she said, I didn't tell you to do that. And I was like, I know I'm not batshit crazy. I know I'm a little crazy, but she was doing that to try to set me up because she didn't like my work ethic. She didn't like I stayed on top of things. She didn't like that I was good and the people and everything liked me. So so I started bringing a recorder in my pocket when I go in the office to talk to her
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then when I got out of the meetings with her, I would send her a retort and say, per our meeting, these are the instructions. Is this not correct? And she will send me back either yes or no. And when she sent me back yes, I printed that shit out and I saved it. I had a file just for her because she used to pick with me so freaking much. She would come in my cubicle. I had a poem from Maya Angelou called Haters. Everybody know Maya Angelou ain't putting nothing offensive out there. But this lady told me to take it down because she found it offensive. I was like, huh? This is in my personal space that I look at to give me inspiration to, but she said that she found it offensive. So I went to HR, of course, but I didn't go to HR in a normal matter because I knew what she was doing was picking and running and illegal. So I had my HR person. I said, "Yeah, read this." And she read it. She said, "Oh, that is awesome." She said, "I think you should hang it up." I said, "Huh?" I said, "I can put this in my cubicle." She said, "There's nothing wrong with that." She said, "Yeah, you should hang it because it was inspiring." And
Child, you funny.
I said, "Why Mary Pat told me to take it down?" She just did like
Child
this.
said because she was a hater.
Yes, yes, she was.
Hater.
Yeah, and then they used.
Hey, can I read a comment from Kyle real quick?
Yes.
He was just saying, just so I can make sure I keep up with the comments. He said, I've been learning from people. People just project how they are feeling on the inside towards others. I try not to let their anger make a home in my mind. It's easier said than done, but that
Yeah.
should be the focus for real. Remember, your job is just to be there to move on to bigger and better things. Use that job to level up to work for yourself. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
shit. Kenny said, "What's up to JoJo?" Slicky asked you what you making, Molly, because you cutting up something on this screen.
It's that kind of baby carrots
All right.
for the dogs. For some reason, they like me to cut them up. That's the only way they eat.
That's all right.
Yeah, recently they was picking with you on the job.
Yeah, she was picking with me, and we had to go to HR about
Haters
it.
will be haters.
It was real bad. But you are our chief financial officer. Why you just? But we found out that it's because her husband, she was going through a separation, and her kids was off the chain. So she come to work already mad and angry, and was just messing and targeting with people, messing with people. And because I was always quiet and did my do what I was supposed to and was friendly, I guess she said I'm gonna make her miserable because I'd be going and smiling. Good morning, everybody. When you walk in the office,
The dog's vegan too.
Mm-hmm.
you got a vegan puppy, and that's and I
Yeah,
was going to
they
HR.
eat
You're
when I
right.
eat.
You have rights on the job, and just to do your job and not feel like you being harassed and picked on and all of that stuff. So if you're getting sometimes the bosses can be picky because they're feeling that kind of mood. If they're in a shitty mood, they're gonna make you feel shitty mood.
If you allow them to, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like, I was like, and I know every boss got a boss, and I knew that I had a boss that I could report to her boss.
You ain't got no boss.
I'm over falling and caving for a motherfucker that can't just come to work and work. Especially if you're in the same environment. So in relation to you in the office, you better not be making copies and sending emails like I'm doing, and you think you gonna shit on me.
Like
I'm
women.
tired of people's emotions having to do something with my pockets. That's what the fuck I want to get away from. Speaking on Gerald's comment, for real.
Yeah.
But fuck a bitch in the same building. Like, that's what got something to say. If you ain't top of the food chain, you ain't shitting on me in the same environment. I'm
I
tired of
just
that shit.
work for them 8 hours. Like if I'm in there for 8 hours, I want to work. I'm not trying to find ways to get time all. Like I used to work with lazy people. They be like, "Oh, I hope it don't be a rush." I hope it be a rush.
I hope it do too. I can sit the fuck down
I
at
want to
home.
do
I
shit.
gotta do that shit.
Manager come in there, tell them do something. I need you to get the bathroom. Why they always what the fuck? I
you don't get that motherfucking mop.
We here to work. Like we here to work, dog. Like what the fuck? Like if they say something about, oh yeah, I don't like this, and okay, I do it. Hey, that table one is clean as we want it. Okay, I make sure it's clean next time.
Yeah, next time.
I knew it was clean, but I ain't about to go back and forth with you. It was clean. I think you just. I was never that,
Get
but
that rag and wipe
they get to work shit. And they want people to treat them like they just this top tier recruit. Like, no, we all here to do work. Some people gonna overtake their power. They own a manager. They gonna shit on you. But I'm just trying to get this 8 hours. So when I'm on the clock, don't talk to me about nothing. You gonna pay me to stay on the clock a little longer, cool. But I ain't care to be friends. I don't want you to be super nice to me and fake to me. Hey, if you need me to do something you don't like what I did, let me know. You talk to me crazy, I ain't gonna talk to you all back crazy and shit. I catch you another time because you're not gonna get that out of me. And some people know to get people fired, and I just see it on job. They be like, "Hey, this new dude, we gonna get him fired," and they just start shit with him. Hey, brother, hey, nigga, man, I'm tired of y'all playing with me. Like I know what I'm doing. Hold up, attitude. Hey, you can go head home with all that. I don't give a fuck. I go home. Thank you. That's what they wanted you to do.
That's what they wanted you to say.
Yeah, I'm like, niggas be easy tricked out they spat. And I'm like, you gotta be careful. Don't get tricked out y'all spat people.
Yeah. So you gotta know what's bigger at hand. I need this check. So I'm gonna come in and do what I need to do in this check. And working in the food service, that's different. Remember I told y'all I had the hardest job I had was at Taco Bell Landover Mall. They had
I thought you were gonna say a restaurant.
No, it was Taco Bell Landover Mall. I was cleaning up everything that I had. They told me to do, I did. So and I didn't know that but I never said no to nothing. and some things I wasn't supposed to be doing, but I did. I was doing it anyway because they say do it. They was like, "Why you?" And then the big boss be like, "Why she over there doing that? That she ain't supposed to be doing that." And I be on the work my ass off.
Keep some
Like,
glitter in my pocket.
You need some glitter in your pocket, Reese.
So I can sprinkle some positivity.
Sprinkle some positive. Hey, that's about to start, man. We better get the man. We need a box of glitter. We better sprinkle some positivity on my. I forgot how they make glitter. It was something from some weird shit.
Oh shit!
It happened by accident. They made glitter by accident. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I forgot what its purpose was, but I know it's patented like a mug, though.
Yeah, what up, Weezy? We got
Weezy
in here.
Hey, Weezy, why ain't you in here? On here?
Locked up. They won't let me out.
Oh, what's she?
Hey,
at? I didn't see her.
Weezy
Who's
Facebook jail, y'all. So she on YouTube, y'all.
Wait a minute,
Oh
let me screenshot
yeah, I
the link.
forgot about that. Kyle funny
That
as shit. What's up, Phoenix?
He said his yeah, get in here. Make sure if she got time, you know, Weezy be everywhere.
On the go. Yes, on the go.
Say my pit will eat certain fruit.
Where did baby go? I know
he probably to pick some dandelions or something.
Yeah, he tapped out. So I'm he
ain't picking them jokers out.
Why y'all like he live here? He ain't here. What JoJo?
He in DC,
DMV. JoJo down here?
Right. Yeah, he in Baltimore.
Oh, okay. I ain't know he back out here. They ain't running into no dandelions out of Baltimore anyway.
Hell no.
I thought he was back home.
He's part of Baltimore. He out there where they got dandelion fields and stuff.
He said,
and trails in Baltimore.
Gerald said, never show a job that you need them because they'll treat you like shit. Do your job and always have an exit plan.
Yeah.
I quit.
I had a job where my boss tried to finagle me. And I was young, and so she was trying to do these new forms, and she didn't know nothing about it, but she knew I knew coding and stuff off the top of my head. So she would sit there and ask me about my work, and she'd be working on it. She said, "So what do I call this, and that?" And I said, "Oh, that's is that, and that is that." You know, and like I'll give you an example. Like she said, "What's it called when you pregnant in your tubes?" I said, "That's ectopic pregnancy." And she's like, "Oh, you know the code for that?" And I was like, "Yeah." Because I was the code for the department. She was making them new forms. And I'm like, if you're making them new forms, shouldn't you notice some of this stuff for the doctor to use and everything? I'm like, so, and she had me close up under her wings. Why? Because she wanted me. I was doing all the work. I was doing like, okay, because whatever she give me, I'll do. My work on top of whatever else. And sometimes they use you when you work hard and they see you work hard. The reward for working hard and working fast, doing your job, going above and beyond is more work. That's right. It's more work.
I don't understand that about these jobs too, because if I gotta get up, I'm fine with having to get up. If I ain't got no way that's making me money outside of going to work, I'm fine with that. I'm 100% okay with that shit. But I just don't get like these jobs know that there's some shit. They know they're gonna get like a certain turnover. They know people gonna, easily replace the next person. I mean, I don't understand what we're doing anymore with some of these joints. And then if you are somebody that wants to like work hard or whatever the fuck, your reasoning is, that's the people that, the ones that ain't doing shit is the one that seem like they all squared away with everybody and they all good. But it seems like when you put in effort, it's the reverse response that you get from a job. Like I got, for instance, managers that wanted to point, shit out and want to let everybody see that you messed something up. We in the kitchen, so you ain't, you cooking stuff and making stuff fast and all that, whatever. But want to see, I got managers that want they want people to see that you made a mistake. So, for instance, the other day, my manager, don't nobody from my job watch this. My manager James, what did I mess up? Something that I didn't mix properly or just mix well enough or some shit like that. Don't call this dude name. He the dishwasher. All he got to worry about is soaps and suds and making sure that fresh water is in that dish. He don't have nothing to do with cooking anything. Why do you need to call his name for him to oh yeah, it's not mixed up well enough? How you know? You mix up them dishes. You figure out why that recycled ass water in that dishwasher is not. That's what you mix up. So I don't understand correcting somebody, making sure they on point with their job is one thing, but I don't understand. I don't
Trying
understand these
to embarrass
egos.
you.
Yeah, I don't understand how these companies think they're going to thrive and even stay in the market years later when this is what the fuck y'all do.
Well,
I don't
sometimes the
understand anymore.
company don't even know what their employees are doing. You
Hmm.
know, and then when you go up the ladder, the big head, like, why are you doing this? Because they not even doing what they supposed to be doing. Like, it was no reason for that guy to call nobody
Yeah,
else over to point
you're
out
right
if
about
you
that,
did
Kyle.
something incorrectly. There was no reason for that. They were trying to put you on the spot to let you know, oh yeah, he messed up too. So you must be making that manager feel some kind of way. So he wanted to point out, put you on front
You know
street.
what the fuck it is, child. Get that to bust them suds. You worry about that around the corner. But it was my main, and mind you, I've only been here. My restaurant's only been open for like 3 months. I've been
Mm.
here for like 3 or 4 months, somewhere around that, and I've been here for like a month and a half. So I understand that y'all still don't have a formula for certain things, but like I don't know, these jobs used to, when I used to look at older generations, these same jobs or same type of positions will actually build you up, or you can survive off that one job. You can be the main income off of some of these jobs. Obviously, things are inflated, things don't, things cost a lot more now, so it's not the same. But I don't see these jobs as a younger person. I'm speaking from a younger person to everybody that is older than me that's still out there getting up, getting your tired ass up every day to clock in somewhere. I don't. These companies are not, even on a higher level. These companies are not building people to be anything above the minimum anymore. Like the companies used to strive because y'all wanted to grow and y'all wanted
Bro,
to level up as a company, but y'all don't. These companies don't aim to build anybody to be shit. So I don't.
they want you to be machines. They want you to
Yeah.
just do what they, and that's, and if you're in, that's what they call a dead end job. If you're at a job going there every day and you're making yourself miserable, and you don't see any growth or any um altitude, you can't go up the next notch, the next level, then maybe that's not the career path for you. I would tell anybody that, because it's nothing harder than going to a place that you cringe to come into. You cringe to, like, oh, this motherfucker, or when you see people, oh, this motherfucker, and then you still gotta be like, hey, how you doing? Good
Mix
morning.
up them dishes. See what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you
I
know they
get
can
talking
they
about.
can suck the good out of you. They can suck the
Yeah,
fairy dust right on out of you. You
that's
don't you don't want that. You don't want them to kill. You know you don't want them to do that to you.
And I
That's
understand. Well, I appreciate that. And I'm not cutting you off at all, Reese. I'm just responding to a comment that's up on the joint right now. Gerald said managers like that are afraid of your greatness, King. He knows
yep.
your potential, and it's really him being lazy and less knowledgeable. That's fine. I want to be lazy too. There's laziness but no, wait. Let me finish though, because laziness don't mean that you're not getting everything done. Lazy doesn't mean you're not punctual. Lazy is the luxury of efficiency. So when you're efficient enough to be lazy, then you can still do your job and get it all done and be on point about it. But it's just like I don't know what their formula is, and
Mhm.
I'm I've been in this little working game long enough now that I don't. It doesn't matter. Like you holding my job over my head, my position, my finances. I'm fighting to get hours in this bitch. I was just telling Molly that this morning. I'm a real one, so I ain't gonna tell y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing behind the scenes. I can't say in the forefront. What's up, Phoenix?
Weezy,
But
what do
I'm fighting to get hours in a new job that I know is making money, is booming around here. As much as that y'all need from us, I would think the initiative of the job itself, regardless of your title, ego removed, I would think would be to advance the company any way possible. So when I point out stuff like, oh, y'all need to be mindful of this, and I think we should check this, and I'm somebody that has to do the job, so I ain't gonna point out myself and say we need to work on this for them to hand me that task and say you need to do it. I'm saying it because though I'm new here, I'm not new to this type of environment. So when somebody comes like the health department and now y'all motherfucking scrambling, don't ask me to grab nothing. Oh, can you get that? No, I'm not. Hey, we need to grab this up real quick. No, we don't, because I said that. I said we should be, hey, I know you guys are new, but can we get this before it's a problem? Because you're not gonna get me to get a sponge or a mop to try to scrub shit up after you done let it pile. So I don't understand what these jobs are doing anymore. I'm really confused in this world. Like, let's talk like for real, for real. I'm really confused out here. You know?
They confused too. That's why they act stupid.
Yeah, people get a lot of jobs confused with all jobs. That's just the company that you working for. Whoever running the company, they're not running it as good as it could be.
No,
So
that's
they got a
maybe
lot to
just
do. Oh, go
that
ahead.
particular establishment, wherever he at.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be that, so it's like it might take them time to get there. They still trying to figure some things out, but it's still their company, so it's like they tell you do something, you don't do it, they can just fire you and have somebody that will. So
Mhm.
it's crazy, people really think they got leverage at jobs that they just work at. You can
Mhm.
feel however you feel. I try to tell them this, not many jobs I've been on trying to tell them shit. These motherfuckers just don't listen, do things how they want to do it. And then when it's time to actually do it, it's too much piled up. Now the work harder than what it had to be, but it's still not my company. I'm not the boss. I'm not the manager. I gotta just do it. I think it's the dumb way to do it. But if I come manager here, I know how I would switch things around. But I don't argue with it. Because I'm like Jerry. I just feel like this is short lived. Like I'm not about to be here too long. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna try to get as many checks I can, stack it, but I'm gonna give y'all a 2 week notice. I ain't gonna quit, but I always gave a 2 week notice. They be like, "What are you leaving for?" I found something better. Like I be straight up. And they be like, "What was your reason to leave?" I found something better. Less stress on my body, a little more money. Like that's anybody. You always looking to make more money, and they ain't looking to pay more
Hey,
money. So
Gerald.
no loyalty to these people. Ain't got no loyalty to you. And put
Yeah.
all that energy into your company. All that energy that you giving them, when you get your shit going, give it the same. And when you become a boss, treat your people way better. Put people in manager positions that ain't gonna be like them. Because these people
Tyrant.
do the same. Then they get company, and they hire people that's anything. Now they treating people. Got your company. The owner might not even know that's going on in there.
That's what
I
I'm
don't.
saying.
It just be some
Bro,
management.
he do
That,
because I be telling him.
oh yeah,
He do. He do.
so it's gonna
Well,
get
that's
to
probably why
But I
the
be
man be
asking for
mad
shit
at
like I
you.
don't be look, but let me say something real quick on my own
them.
behalf because I don't be. I'm not somebody. Balloons don't fall when I wake up in the morning and think about oh I got to go to work. None, it's not a celebration at the same time, but you still. It has nothing to do with to me, in my opinion, has nothing to do with systems of power or even whether it's your company or not. I'm talking about stuff like, hey, can you get us some new gloves because this heat out of this oven is going straight through my gloves and burning my
Hell
hands. I got
yeah.
all types of marks and shit on my skin because of practices and certain things that y'all not doing. I wear this shit at home. This shit don't disappear when I clock out. That them burns and all that shit still on my ass. Can you make sure we have the basics and make sure that we are in a food area, food safe zone, things that you get coded in your restaurant we get shut down for.
Yeah.
That's still a part of my regular. I ain't saying, oh, I
Yeah.
think we should put more hours in and put more labor over here, put more
Yeah,
labor. Let's order
that
this and get
still
stocked
costs
up here.
them money
Nah,
though. That's
yeah.
like that still costs them money. That's
Can I
inventory.
bring my
So
own? Goddamn, can I bring my
exactly.
own
That's
gloves?
it. That's it. Bring your own
Yeah.
gloves. That's how they're gonna do. Some jobs tell you gotta buy your own uniform. This how much it's gonna cost you. You need to wear black slacks, this and that. They're not issuing that shit. Because they did, that would cost them so much money. We gotta get
You gotta
gloves
give us
for
gloves.
everybody.
We don't have
They
it.
gonna
That's
give you gloves. They just ain't gonna give you the ones that you looking for. They gonna tell you ass grab a towel. You grab it with that
that's
shit.
so
You got to figure it
ghetto.
out because they ain't got the money. A
Sorry.
lot of people they choose not to spend the money. You go to the
Yeah.
curry out or someplace they don't give you utensils. You get home, you like, what the fuck my fucking? Because they know that shit costs money. The more they gotta keep buying that shit, it add up when you got a company. It ain't like you just buy one pair. You gotta buy that shit in bulk. So it's
Yeah.
like once you start something, they just being cheap. They supposed to make sure y'all protected. Because then you can sue them. Fuck that. Let your hands be uncovered. Get burnt up. Sue their ass. Hey, look, this happened on the
You
job.
should sue their ass.
Yeah, like it ain't your fault. They ain't give us gloves. My
Now,
shit's
let me ask you this: do they? Because there has to be a manual somewhere or the regular protocol how they do.
yeah, with
Because
it.
it's more than one restaurant. They got a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones that they got the successful, did they should they look if anything send everybody doing training to the successful restaurant so they can see how to run a successful ship. So
Well,
when they
in
go to
today's
their one,
time, training is reduced down to what they call CBTs, which is computer based training.
mm,
I learned everything that I learned somewhat because I'm asking questions. I'm always gonna want to know how to do my job. I'm never gonna want to look stupid or have people running around can't do a simple task because someone didn't try to ask. But nah, we learned off a tablet. Everything I'm learning as far as my recipes, my everything that I'm cooking back there and prepping, I'm learning off a tablet. So I'm fighting to just simply get the knowledge. Like we can
That's
say
wild.
you can say your bosses and your and where you are. And I know it's not my company. I don't have I would my company wouldn't be called First Watch. It sounds like security. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't do a lot of different things. So I know it's not my company, but it's just like um yeah, training is obsolete. So I need you to, even if you just, I don't care if I'm a McDonald's burger flipper. I need to know how to fucking flip burgers properly. I need to know how to get that food
Exactly.
out. I have to know how to do my job. So it's deeper than me. I'm not one of the people that, "Huh, such and such over there, they took a little long on their break. I don't know if you should check on that. I'm not no snitch. I don't give a fuck like that. But I want to know how to do my job. I'm tired of working places where you teaching yourself how to work for their company. That's crazy to me.
Because the
Like,
management don't know how to do what they supposed to do. That manager supposed. This is my theory. Maybe it's just me, but if you are over me, I expect you to know how to do my job and some more. If
mhm.
you are over me, every job of the person that you're over, you should know how their job works and how to do it, because you should be in that position that
Yeah.
qualify you as the manager.
Hell yeah.
And when I left my position when I used to work for MedStar, they called me. Dennis said out there they had to hire 3.5 people to take over your position because they had a reception doing part of what I did. Didn't nobody know exactly how I had a flow, I had a pattern. They used to call me the machine, but they was like they replaced one person, 3 people had to replace one person. And I said, that's some bullshit because I said, look, I need help over here. They never would give me help. That's why they called me them shit. I just had to do it. I didn't have time to talk and lollygag because I had so much
You're
power
right
and I
about
would
that.
get through that shit. And they did not know what I was doing. Why? How is my supervisor not going to know what I was doing?
They never
I
know.
had to train my supervisor. I had to
They
teach
give
them
you
their
their
job.
work. They
Huh?
give you their work. That's why you the machine. You was doing that damn
More-
job. You was just on your pay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
And
don't play
that's
that
how they
shit.
treat it. So I would do my work and stuff, and I got down to a rhythm. I knew how to push that shit out and what I was doing on top of things. And that's what Mary Pat didn't like. She didn't like that they was like, Althea's doing a good job. Althea's doing this. So this little black girl showing me up, this little black, it was like, so she would try to throw monkey wrenches and shit. Like she would say, go do this and do this. And that's why I said I had to record her or let her know I'm recording this and send her emails back. This is what you said to do. Because you was that wiki wacky. You didn't know what you was doing.
Hmm. But if
And,
I
and,
can
and
make a,
that's,
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, know what you said? How did I do
No,
what?
I was just gonna say if I can make a response though to touch back on what Gerald and Molly said though, um, I'm not. This is temporary, and I'm fine with that. But even if something is temporary, it still gotta have a little system going to it. Like if I gotta give my time to these people while I'm in this stage of life or whatever, that's fine. Or at this particular job, that's fine. But I also am creating ways to get out of that.
Yeah,
So,
I
so
know.
I'm not, and Molly, you know this already, but I'm creating ways to get out of that so that it's not a forever thing that I'm just continuing to complain about for years on end. So I am, getting everybody gets tired of being tired, but I am finding ways to push myself away from that. So
Yeah,
I'm not always dealing with that. It's just that for right now, you know,
yeah.
if that's
That's
what
why I
makes
like
sense.
team
Huh?
sports for kids. Like I think all of them should play some type of sports and learn how to work as a team. They get used to being in team environments, and they know that things ain't fair. I grew up. I got 7 other siblings, and I got 30 some nephews, all about my age. So we had to grow up. We had to clean up, and we just had certain responsibilities. Some people might have to do the trash, some got the dishes, some got to do the kitchen, floor, mop, sweep. All us had our name on something my mother used to
Hmm.
have.
I remember
And
you said that too.
sometimes my nephew will just leave out and don't do shit. And if he leave out and everything ain't done, can't nobody do anything until everything's done. But sometimes my nephew be like, man, I ain't doing it. and he'll leave. My mother don't care if the job's not done, you know. So sometimes I used to have to go in there and do his shit just so we can go play the game. Like we want to play the game, we want to have fun, but everything is done, so we go help other people, even though we know, look, you supposed to be cleaning the toilet, but you being lazy, so sometimes you got to go help the next person. So I think just arguing with that, just being young, and I got used to it, and we started to understand, like, look, we work together, we get it done. The faster we get things done, instead of arguing all the time, saying you supposed to do that, why you ain't do this yet? I'm waiting for you to sweep the floor. Then I mop. We used to be in there arguing all the time, and we learned how to work together. But I just started to peep that, like, sometimes you're gonna have to do a job that ain't yours. So when I started getting to the workforce, it was like that a lot. Like I posted when I was at Tender Ridge, I was a prep. I just supposed to prep the food when it come back there with the order. I went from that. Hey, we need you at the cash register. Like, well, I'm not. They showed me how to work the cash register. Hey, can you go out there clean the table? Hey, can somebody clean the bathroom? Hey, we need you wash dishes. I hate washing dishes more than anything. You know, I would clean the bathroom, all that before I wash dishes. It's just weird like that. But I
My
went back
folks the
there and
same
washed
way,
the
Molly.
dishes. I'm just like, whatever you gotta do to get these 8 hours passed and get it done. But I done seen so many people that come around and be like, why this going on? Like, why I gotta do this? I ain't doing that. That ain't my job. This and that. That's because their upbringing was a lot different.
Fucking to get the
That's the
position.
same shit they was telling their parents. Hey, it ain't mine. Why I'm doing this, and then it trigger over into real life, and that's how a lot of them kids end up losing their jobs. A lot of times, jobs ain't got the patience. You know, some people just don't say nothing, which I'm cool with. Like, you can go home and bitch about it and that. But some people say it on the job, like, that ain't my job and that's your job. And oh yeah, fire. But you know they fired me because I came out and told them what it really was. Yeah, they ain't got time for that shit. They gonna
Yeah.
have
That's it,
somebody else
right?
to
They
do it.
pay you. You don't pay them. Look, I tell my kids, and you crack me up about the dishes. My oldest daughter hate doing dishes. She said, "I'll clean this whole house before I do these dishes," and I'm like, "What?" And with the trash, I had to get on. I get on them all the time though, because again, I grew up like you did, Molly. Everybody had a job. We all had to work together. Blah blah blah. And you got to do this. If you don't do it, somebody gonna get in trouble. What I was gonna say about that is, yeah, I cleaned up, but I whooped that ass when I got to you. Cause you ain't about to he said, won't know half the time because they snitching over. Oh, yeah, that's true, Gerald. That's exactly. They either on their back or on their knees or in your ear snitching. But yeah, man, my sister was the late man. She didn't want to do nothing. Oh, I gotta do it. Later on, we in there. I'm tearing her ass up. If I got to do your job, I'm tearing you up. Oh, it's gonna get done. Cause if it didn't get done, I was gonna get beaten. Nah,
Yeah.
you get
Yeah,
your ass up.
exactly. But being the
But
oldest,
see, but that's how I get the kids. Now I don't do that to them because I know who ain't doing what. I don't do that to them.
Yeah,
But
yeah, of
I get
course.
on it. I'm like, I don't care if you didn't do it. You see that on the floor, pick it up. I
Hmm.
don't care if you didn't make the mess. If you see this counter dirty, clean it up. It don't matter. I said when I walk behind y'all, I might get on y'all for not cleaning, but I'm gonna clean it up. I don't make the mess that y'all making here. But yet I'll
Yeah.
come in here and wash the dishes. Or I see trash, I'll pull it. You see it, do it. It's not this is our whole house. And this you see, like Molly said, you teach
Yeah.
them so they can be prepared when they go out in this world because they don't give a shit about you. They'll replace you faster than your blink. Matter of fact, this is my thing. These jobs don't care. You can die in their building.
Yeah.
They will wait for the people to come get you, clean it up, and keep going on.
sure enough, dude,
Yeah.
life don't
So
stop for
if they
nobody.
don't care about you like that, they ain't gonna care about your feelings. Get your shit together.
Yeah. You're
I
right about
haven't,
that.
nah, fuck that. I had to get to that point, and then with the stress part, Trey, don't let them stress you out. Whatever amount of money they paying you an hour, it's not worth your life. Fuck it.
Yeah.
This is 1 hour of your life you giving them for this money, man. You gonna get this little bit of energy that I got, and I'm going home.
Yep.
I'll
Mhm.
make your
That
stuff I got
sounds
to
about
give.
right.
Yeah, cause no, hell no. I was working. I think I was making $17 an hour when I was working for a dermatologist.
Hmm.
I was doing the orders, like I was doing office manager stuff. I was also in there helping him with his patients. I was helping with procedures. I was sitting here taking notes, so I was dictating for him. I was doing all types of shit for $17 an hour. I done had 4 babies at that job, no, 3 babies at that job. Came back after six. I mean, it's all types of stuff. And I said, listen here, December 31st, 2019, I'm done. I was with them, I was with them 11 plus
Yeah.
years. I put my time in and I left. And I had, he was great. I'm not saying he wasn't great, but dealing with the people you had to deal with. I had a lady that was there who thought she was my boss, ain't boss shit. Ma'am, you make $1 more than I do, but I do way more
get the
than you
fuck
do.
on.
Get out my face. You late. I know
Fuck
I'm
on
fucking
out of
late.
here.
I know I'm late. So does my boss. Mind
Right.
your damn business.
For real.
So it's like you can't let them get on your nerves because first and foremost, when, like you said, when you leave from here, you still got to deal with that stuff. Bring your own gloves. Where you get from? My house.
Trash
Because
bag be right on my bed when
yeah, because you got to
Yeah.
live with your hands. You got to live with your body. And if they want to be trifling and not provide the bare necessities of that job, no, you bring your own stuff and you take it right back with
Actually,
you.
since you on the mic right now, Phoenix, let me ask you a question because it's a question that I asked and Molly and well, the three of us got the answer, but you came in, a little
Yeah.
later. I was asking, how do you, how did I say it? I was asking how you decompress from a situation that you know is going to piss you off, whether it's something that you can't avoid or it's something that you're just walking into, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But however that's presented to you, if you know you're going to get pissed off, it's something that you just can't be like, oh, whatever. And it does get you there. How do you remove that? How do you decompress
Okay, I'm
from
gonna tell you how I used to do it. Okay.
that? Okay. Oh,
Hey,
Lord.
child. What I used to do, because I used to be very angry. I didn't realize it, but I used to be very angry. And so I was one of the people who would get mad and I would yell only if you yelled at me. If you yelled at me, then, but I would go and I'll walk. I'll kirk off, I'll be yelling, I'll be walking. And by the time I don't walk so much, by the time I come back, it's hives on my legs. So that's how I used to deal with my anger. Or I would fight, hey, David.
Hey, what's up?
What I
What's up?
do
What's up, David?
now, what I do now, when there's a problem, especially when you're not expecting it, those are the ones that really get you. When something happens when you don't expect it, I always pause. I pause first because I want to make sure I process what the hell is going on. And depending on who the hell you're talking to, okay? So you process, you got to process it. One, if you pause, you're able to figure out how you're going to react and why it's making you feel that way. And then you're able to figure out how you're going to respond or if you're going to respond. Always pause first. It takes those 3 to 5 seconds and that can save your life. And I mean in anything, because your automatic response is to either with a flight, fight, or freeze. Those are your automatic, fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Those are your automatic, what they call it? I forgot what it's called. Dang it, I left. Anyway, those are your automatic, just nervous system response.
Yeah.
If you pause, that allows your nerves and everything to stop. And it regulates, and then you can deal with the situation. So that's what I do now. That's what I do with my kids. Because, them reflexes be like, okay, look, don't hit them. Pause for a second.
You're right, though.
Because who you yelling at? Bring that boy
right,
all the way down. I do that with adults too, because sometimes they try you. And with me, because I'm not, I'm not problematic. I'm not a problematic person. I'm not really, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
If I do, it's because I'm trying to give you a chance to get out my face.
Yeah, for real.
So,
Straight up. Yeah, for real.
if I pause, when I pause, it allows me to check myself first. Because I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Or I could have heard them wrong. Something they said could trigger me, but that may not have been what they meant. It's just, it could be me. So I always check me first. After that check, if it ain't me, then it's you.
Yeah.
And we got to figure out how to deal with you without me going to jail or me losing my job. Or, So that's what I do. I pause a lot. And I mean a lot. Pausing has helped me stay out of jail. Pausing has helped me not cause injuries to other people. Pausing has helped me stay out of jail. I want to emphasize that because, yeah, it's the thing. And I be ready to swing. And, I now know, but I still sometimes have to catch myself because I be like, girl, you 40 now. You can't be out here beating people ass. You got to sit yourself down.
Yeah.
And, you got kids. And so you take that pause. And in your situation, I know, Trey, you're really good at stuff like that. So I know, but if a manager comes back to you and does some crazy mess like that, pull them to the side if possible, and be like, I really don't appreciate you trying to call me out when all you have to do. Can you just show me next time? I am new. Just
I
show
do
me.
say that. I do say
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but I also learn now because people. I hate stating facts that are common knowledge.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody in this building knows I'm the newest one in the building.
Right,
You know, so I hate having to state certain things that people know because I feel like you're playing with me, and I feel like the fact that I gotta state it is just something that you just weaving past. And though I don't like exert too much energy, I am a mirror. I
yeah,
love being a
exactly.
mirror because I love to show you exactly what you did. I
Yeah,
only respond to. I'm not gonna just, "Oh, I'm not gonna do shit." Nah,
yeah.
I'm responding because you decided to, for instance, do something for the public eye. I'm going to
Hmm.
respond for the public eye. So I can't give you that respect and pull you
Right,
to the side when you didn't
right.
give me respect. You
Got
you
you.
called the
I got
dishwasher.
you.
He don't know nothing
Yeah,
about this kitchen. He know
right.
about suds. That's what he focuses on. He focuses on the dishwasher. He don't focus on the food. He don't walk in the walk-in. He don't know nothing about what's in there.
Right.
So why did you call him? Why did you need the amusement of somebody else seeing me do something wrong instead of correcting it when you and your management team are not on the same accord? Because I was told by your managers higher than you that shit don't matter. So what is it? I need y'all to
Okay.
understand where y'all at. Then I can tell y'all where I can meet y'all at after y'all understand where y'all at. Cause that's my thing. You got to
Bump
be right
that.
first to come from me. You have to be
It's
on point
it's
before
mixed up. Take this bowl and get out my face.
Yeah, go ahead, take the shit
Take
and
here.
take it up to the
You do
line.
it. Nah.
Go ahead. So that's my philosophy. Hey, David, let me ask you the same question since you just came in. The question wasn't in relation to no video or nothing. It was just me asking. I want to try to have when I'm in here some type of question of the day we can all go off of or whatever. So I was asking, when you have a situation that gets you infuriated, like how do you decompress from it? So we understand some situations you can avoid, but we also understand there's things that you can't avoid that just gonna pop up on you, or you anticipating it. It just a situation that got you past that point period where you're angry or infuriated. How do you remove that from yourself? How do you decompress from it?
I'm the type person. I'm the type person that I try to make everything funny or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like it seemed like once I make myself laugh, even if it's to myself, not out loud or something, or if I think of a funny situation or stuff and all, I tend to calm down or whatever. That's why a lot of people
Yeah.
say you always joking and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what I mean? You rather see me joking than see me smoking. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I like
Okay,
that.
somebody put that shit on the shirt, please.
Nah, for real.
For real though. But all right, I ain't mad at that. Okay. Well, everybody got the question answered. That's
Rather
something that I
see
want to
me
know from the
choking
people.
than see me smoke.
Yeah, rather than
I
see me
like that too,
smoking.
David. I
Yeah,
actually,
I
if you
like
think
that
about it,
too.
if you
yeah,
think about it, I find myself laughing more too. But
yeah,
usually that's the beginning of something bad. So I don't know.
yeah. Because
Uh,
if I'm laughing and I'm angry, then it's a problem
yeah, that's a
for
problem. Because
everybody, including
you
myself.
ain't
Fucking
put it done.
psycho.
For everybody.
You
Yeah, it
fucking
is because if
psycho.
I if you so angry that you laugh,
Mm-hmm.
then
You about to do some
it's
diabolical
over.
shit.
But
Yeah,
has that
that's
ever blew back on y'all? So
yeah,
for those that use humor to kind of like, because humor does like you can make somebody angry as shit, and then you can make them laugh. You not make them angry, but they're angry as hell, and you make them laugh at something. They might just forget it. They might just, let it all
yeah,
go and be like, you
yeah.
know what? All right, it's not that bad, but I don't like this, I don't like that. As opposed to being at the top of their anger, they're
Right.
they puffed up and all of that. Sometimes a joke just makes them forget that it was, or makes them realize it's not that serious, and it makes them like think more logically. But has that ever
Right.
blew back on y'all? Like some
Yes.
people laugh, make a nervous laughter at the wrong moment. Cause I laughed at a funeral, some other shit. So I'm wondering. So I wonder for y'all, has that ever been like a thing, whether nervousness or just the laughter was the wrong time or just blew back on you?
You know how you
Um.
laugh before you about to flick off? Like
Yeah,
baby. And the
yeah.
next thing you know, you rumbling.
I ain't
Right.
had nothing result to no fight yet, but things got a little off the wrong moment. Huh? No problem. Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
I have. So you can get me to calm down if you make me laugh. That does work for me because you just gotta know how to do it. If you try to be funny, it ain't funny. It might make me mad. But you have to
Right,
know
right.
how to read the room to do that.
Mm.
And I don't think I've ever had it backfire on me trying to make somebody laugh. But I have seen people be like, "Ain't shit funny," and I'm like, "Oh, got to go,
That makes it worse for me.
got
So
to go, got to
That
go."
shit funny.
you say you would do what?
Yeah.
But it's
Man.
medically it's medically proven that, you know what I mean, once somebody laugh or something like some kind of what called dopamines or something like that, and all,
Dopamine.
yeah, like calms you down. Like a good example, um, you know, somebody can be in a bad mood, but they want to be in a bad mood, and you sit
Yeah.
there and you try to cheer them up with a joke or something like that, or tickle them, and they be like, stop, or whatever, because they want to be in a bad mood, because once they,
They
you know what I mean,
laugh and then
start to release
changes.
that laugh or something like that, and all, then the mood is calmed down. But like they're like, you know, they don't want to be calmed down. You know what I mean? They you know what I mean? They're like in war mode or whatever. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. And you got to
yeah,
know the difference
it
between a
never
real laugh and a fake laugh too. You know,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you know, some people go, huh, and then, like I said, that they say something, you're like, ha ha, pop, 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 pop. You just say,
Yeah.
ha, you know. But yeah, right, okay, that's still not gonna get you out this ass whooping.
Gotta learn to study people body language. Body language is a lot. People don't know the habits that we have,
Yep.
certain
So
things we do. Yeah. When you don't want to be near somebody, people don't know they face their feet away from them.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
You
I don't
turn your
know.
body, yep. Turn your
I'm
body a certain way.
Yeah, I'm not really a jokester, but I'm more like on Wheezy side. Like if we got people that's actually, arguing, I try to intervene and make both parties laugh, try to make light of it. And it always that one person like, nah, ain't no joking to that, and nah, fuck that. Like, and eventually, sometime they start laughing and they let it go. I just try to reassure everybody that look, we all brothers, we all family. Like when we arguing though, like is it really worth it? Then most times it ain't. 'Cause most time, man, we competitive, so we can start off just playing. I'm talking, we done fought over paper, scissors, rock, all type shit. 'Cause we bet on anything. We used to flip Pokemon cards. So if you had a good Pokemon card, a holographic, and you wanted to bet your holographic against another guy's, and you lose it, sometimes it used to end up in fighting, so it should just be little things that it just start off as friendly, competitive, then eventually it gets serious. It's no different than slap boxing. We used to do that to the point we couldn't do it no more. We had to just put on the gloves because the older dudes run away. Like, nope. Whenever y'all slap box, whenever one get hit a little too hard, they be like, fuck that. Ain't no more slapping. We swinging for real. But me, I never had nobody made me laugh when I'm mad. Like most times when I'm pissed off, I ain't in no laughing mood. I had people try it, but it's like I'm already there, and it's hard for me to get there. So it's like ain't nothing gonna be funny. Ain't nothing funny. You can try to tickle me, whatever the fuck you want to do. You touch me, then I'm gonna think you want to fight. But nah, that's just me though. Some people can laugh through certain things, but them the things that I think they shouldn't be mad about. Like most times I'm mad about something serious. It ain't nothing that people should even joke about. It ain't no laughing matter. So I get it though, but I ain't
My,
laughing.
my son Tyree, everybody know Tyree. He has a nice way that he's diffused the situation when stuff is tense. He'll just come up and say, "Well, how about that Jesus?" And we was like, "Yeah, how about that Jesus?" And everybody just like we did. We like, boy, you crazy. And then he helps, you know, calm the situation down and everything. But when he's mad and he get quiet, he get ready to do something diabolical. He's on that revenge tip. That I don't know if it's that Aries sign, but
One of them scat.
they try to set you up to get
Well,
back. What
long
you
as you
say,
don't
Trey?
ask,
Oh, he's not talking to us. Oh,
Yeah.
as long as you don't ask about them Cowboys, that might start a fight.
look, leave it alone. Don't
Say
mess with my
laughter
Cowboy. I'm a Cowboy fan. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Leave us alone. Why y'all keep messing with us? See,
I
we
don't care about no
agitate.
damn Dallas. Scott said, laughter helped me get through my first cancer, especially the chemo treatment. Helped me actually feel better for the sickness. Yeah, you sick. You ain't
Oh
mad.
yeah.
You
And
sick.
that's why when I go under any surgery, I'm having before they put me out under anesthesia, I'm having everybody in there laughing. They were like,
Yeah,
we want Miss
baby.
McFarland. I'm telling jokes the whole way in because I don't want you angry working on my body. I don't want you. Don't be mad. Be happy.
If the jokes ain't funny, they're gonna really piss them off.
Well,
I
I'm
done
glad I
had
ain't gonna
people
be
that
that.
wasn't funny that thought they was funny. I was like, yeah, this nigga think he funny, you know. And the whole time it's like that would make it funny. Like when motherfuckers really think they funny, but they don't know you laughing at them now with them. I be like, dog, I don't know whoever told this guy he's funny. But they trying, but I still like that them people open to try to start some type of communication, conversations and shit like that. Sometimes that's how people start off with a joke, you know. And most people think I'm always like Trump and any of the Republicans. That's how they start off conversation. That Trump, he wilding and they say something about it, you know. And I just don't say nothing, you know. I try to laugh if I think it's supposed to be a joke, but most times I just don't know what to say to certain people because I don't want to say nothing opposite. You know, like I don't want to be talking to a stranger like, nah, I don't think half of that shit is real and this and that. What? They already programmed. So it'd be weird running into random people that I feel like programmed to whatever the news say is true. It'd be scary, you know, because they want to have the conversation about the news. I don't really keep up with the news. Well, you need to, shorty. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that Trump about to
Yeah,
have
that's what
her.
they always say. You need to. We know what's going on
I'd
here,
be
so we
like,
gonna
nah,
watch it.
yeah, I ain't watching that shit. Had me all. I want to laugh,
Or
like
depressed.
scat.
Or
Yeah, I don't want to be depressed and all that. I watched that movie Scrawl yesterday too. Yeah. I feel sorry for anybody who going through something at this time or dealt with them situation, never got the help. Because if you already spiritually strong, you can watch movies like that. That's what a lot of people don't get. They getting on Tyler Perry because he keep on making movies that depict us like this. It's never not uplifting. It's always a reminder that we come from hard times. We always got to go to extra extreme, which is true for a lot of people out here, but it's still a reminder. It brings you back to that energy. So if you ever been evicted and anything like that, you can relate to that. You crying watching that movie. If your child has been sick and ill and dealt with this and you ain't had the money, you crying to that movie. You ever been
lose your
through half of
job.
the thing? Yeah, lose your job, all that. It's like nothing went good for that girl. You know, that was just like, God damn. But at least you could have started off with some good shit and then got to know it was just from the beginning to the end. It's like, damn, if it's women out here who going through just one of these things, they really about to be traumatized if they watch this movie. It's gonna bring them back to it, and they need to be looked after. People need to check on their sisters after seeing that movie.
And also, she showed you a nice way of handling things because a lot of people wouldn't even got as far as she did, especially with the manager, with the people on the job, and with the a lot of us would have been lost it before it just piled up. It just piled up and piled up. Whatever you thought, Murphy's Law was in a full effect. Murphy's Law is what is this. Whatever you think will go wrong, do go wrong. If you thinking it was like, oh, if that's gonna go wrong, it go wrong. That's Murphy's Law. Whatever can or should go wrong will go wrong, like that, right? So the morning they had a hard night's sleep. The music kept them up. She's taking the daughter to school and bathing the daughter. Didn't have the money to pay for the lunch. That's stressing its own when you can't give your children lunch money and they got to eat. The and the lunch for the kids. That I think that's wrong. First of all, let me just say that if you ain't got
I
lunch
agree.
money, they make you eat a separate lunch, and everybody know that you ain't had no
Yeah,
lunch.
I had to do that when I
Yeah,
was in
whatever.
school. Yeah,
But
it
why
is.
can't they eat? If you gonna feed them with the red stuff that the regular kids eat. Don't like that's just
Mhm.
like what they doing. Like they Trey saying they coming over there. Look. She got to eat the bag lunch. She got to eat the lunch at school lunch. That
Yeah,
means you forgot your money or you didn't have the money. And kids tease you. Kids are cruel.
That used to
That's
make me
why
so mad.
she didn't want to go to school because of lunch of all the small things.
that would ain't make sense neither. That's the part that threw me off because it's like I got free lunch. You know, that's because of my mother and them situation. And if I wanted the lunch that the other kids was eating, I had to pay for it, which was, always better, pizza or something. It was like $1, $2. You get a little extra, but I still had free lunch. It ain't like I didn't eat
But we ate the
nothing.
same thing
But
when
in the
we got free
movies,
lunch.
yeah, in the movie, or when they had it like she just had to pay for lunch. But I'm like, your mother don't make a certain amount, and don't you supposed to not pay for lunch? The only kids pay for lunch is the kids who parents got good jobs and stuff out here. That's how it was when I
They
was
fill
in
out the
school.
papers.
How it was when I was in school. But I don't know. The movie, that's the part that had me a little confused, and I
Now,
couldn't keep
some
up with
areas don't
mom.
work like that. I found
Yeah,
out, Molly. Some areas you gotta pay, and that's not fair because them household circumstances you never know, and so it's yeah, they really wild with this lunch. I think lunch should be free for all children.
Yep,
It
it
should
yeah,
was.
be.
That's how the Black Panthers started it. Wanted it to be the free lunch program. But I'm saying even when you even if you don't have the money, they feed them the same thing you feed the kids when your lunch ain't free because you have to fill out the paperwork, meet a household income, and you can get free lunch. But when you got free lunch, you got the same lunch that the kids that paid got. Only time that you didn't get that lunch is if you got to pay for your lunch and you didn't bring your money in or you forgot your money,
Hmm.
whatever. Some people didn't want to fill out that paperwork because it looks like it let you
yeah,
know that you can't afford certain stuff. So they was like, I'll just give you lunch money or try to give you lunch money every day instead of because dumb parents' pride get in the way. I say
hell
that
yeah.
dumb parents' pride get in the way.
I was a
They ain't
lunch
filling the
lady.
paper out. They're gonna think we can't afford this.
He was a
We can't
lunch
afford
lady.
that. You know,
Yeah, I was a lunch lady. I worked at a couple of elementary schools, and I worked at Suitland High School, which is where I graduated from in Gulf.
Woo-woo.
Suitland High School. So I used to sneak the kids.
Oh my goodness, my
I
daughter
ain't
go
care.
there
You
now.
you want a sub? You want come get this sub? I ain't give a damn. I was feeding everybody.
See,
You ain't gonna tell me that they can't eat.
our drink was different. Our drink fed everybody, but the
Hmm.
kids who had to pay for lunch, they got something changed over that. They tired of if they got to pay for lunch, they don't want the same shit that the other kids getting for free.
No,
oh,
but
That's how they felt, and they started had different options. Like when we got there, you had about 2, 3 options, but they always had something free for all the
yeah,
kids for
yeah,
that free lunch. But the
yeah.
kids who paid for lunch, they had more
They
options.
can choose.
They
Yeah,
could choose to pay for the free lunch that we get, which is the same, which is a little cheap, or they can get peace and all that other stuff they used to have. So yeah, they
yeah.
used
But
to always have.
you was in
We gonna pay
DC.
for it, get the good
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I was
well,
in
that little
Maryland at that
girl,
time.
Yeah.
that little girl in that movie, obviously had to pay for lunch, and the kids teased her. She didn't want to go to school. She was sickly, and she was like, "Mommy, I'm a big girl." Mommy, like, "No, you hurt yourself when I leave you because you have
Yeah.
your seizures and
But
you go home."
it's
And
still that she said the doctor gave her a specific menu to what to feed this child. This child
right,
can't eat what all the other kids eat. And she said, y'all know that. So they was assuming that she wasn't eating enough at the school, which
right,
is what was gonna make them take that she wasn't eating enough at home or at school, that she only can eat certain things. So she can't eat and only can eat in a certain amount. So it ain't that she's not eating enough and this and that. Is that she can't eat what all the other kids eat. Even if she got to pay for lunch, that's the part. Like she got to pay for lunch, but she paying for some shit that she can't even eat. Like why would you even want your kid eating at that school? You should pack her lunch every day, saying this what you gonna eat. Make sure you eat this because this would die. So that's the only part in the movie was confusing. Like, but then to find out that didn't actually happen, you know. So it was like, okay, so that take away, she was just still in it somehow, you know.
Her mental and I didn't understand in the movie because she had everything going. She got a car, tickets. She said, "I'm gonna I get paid today. I get paid." Everything was I get paid today, and her mental wasn't there. They took the car. That she swerved up to the police. I would have been laying in the ground. That man hit me. I'd have been like, "Got to take me away in the ambulance." And she got out, tried to fix the car after he hit her. I'd be calling the police. Like she was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here." Then the officer came over there and threatened her and all that other stuff. I'm like, that was a little far-fetched. I'm gonna shoot you in your head. I hope you
everything was a victim, man.
That part was a little
but he didn't say all them things. It was just like she just was hallucinating a lot of those things to the extreme. Like even when she went back to the school, the lady was like, "We never called you up here." But in her head, she seen them taking her daughter from her. She arguing with the lady. "Why would you tell them this? I feed my child. Don't take my daughter." That never even happened. It only happened in her head. So even when the police and all them came, that scenario didn't happen like she said it happened. That's why it wasn't reported. They had to find out what happened in the incident. They didn't write her a ticket or anything. They really just let it go. But in her head, I know. But remember in the movie, they couldn't never find out who wrote her ticket because the ticket was never written. But they did pull her over, but they let her go. In her head, they wrote her ticket.
I mean, did we watch the same movie? They found that
out. I forgot. You don't be comprehending what's going on in the movie. They found it out. How did they find out, Reese? Did it? Why did it take them so long to find out? It was in another district.
They found out who wrote her the ticket. They impounded the car, and because she came back to work. Oh, and that part was true. And the lady admitted and said, "Yeah, he did it," and they got the footage.
He said, he pulled them over and he did this and that. He was a lawyer, screamed, but it happened in another district. It never happened where she said it was happening. It did happen, but it didn't happen in her district. That's why it took so long for them to find it. And that didn't make sense because it's like, if he's from another district, why is he out there in y'all district at the bank out there with his gun drawn? That's why she wouldn't come out. So like a lot of shit just don't make sense. It's like, if he's from another district, why is he over there in y'all district as one of the police and you won't come out unless he leave? He shouldn't been in the first place if he's from another district. So it was just like, it's hard to tell which was she hallucinating or the writer just ain't care to make sense of it. I didn't get that part. Like, why is he out there? He's not from that district. You get what I'm saying? Right. Well, I gotta watch it again though, because it might be something else that I missed. But
so I think was she schizophrenic?
Yeah, she was a little bit early. She didn't know. She forgot her daughter died the whole time.
She wasn't schizophrenic. She was in a deep depression. They said that her daughter died last night, and she got up, went to work, and was experiencing some things.
She experienced as her daughter was still there. She was telling her daughter, "Come on." She woke up with her daughter. Her daughter wasn't there. She went out the house, arguing with the landlord and all that. Wasn't even paying the bill. She's like, the landlord gave me. She was arguing about it, but the whole time she wasn't paying her bills. Like, she wasn't doing a lot of stuff, you know. But she came off as a victim, you know, because in her head, these people was victimizing her. Her boss was telling her it's her fault. She set it up. Like, she ain't set that shit up. He read her name tag, but in his head, he said her name, so he made her like, so she shot his ass. I'm like, damn, she's shooting everybody. She just wanted to cash her check.
Like, $521.
Yeah, it's 521. Better play that. I don't know what this video you got, Reed. You got one, though. I'm gonna play the first. You say it'd be good for Monday Madness, so that's why I'm playing this one first.
Stop allowing these men into your home that's not paying your bills, because they might mistake it for a homeless shelter. A man doesn't respect a woman that grinds with him. You think that. They don't. That's why you're out here grinding with him, working hard with him. He's cheating on you, mistreating you. talking about you in every type of way. You keep saying, but I was there for you. He don't care if you was there for him or not. This man picked you when he was in survival mode. You're not the type of woman he really wants. You don't grind with no man. A man has to show up able to be a man, and that's to lead, protect, and provide. If this man can't provide for you, you leave him. Because if he can't provide for you, he's telling you he don't respect you. Because what a man loves, he respects. And what a man respects, he provides for. So stop allowing these men into your home that's not paying your bills. Stop cooking for men that's not buying you groceries. Stop getting all dolled up for men that's not buying your clothes and your makeup. Stop going to pick men up or allowing men to use your car.
Yeah.
A man doesn't respect a woman that has to build him. He'll start to resent you. Fall so deep in love with yourselves that nothing else matters. All praises due to the Most High. Peace. Stop allowing.
Hold the hell up. What? Okay.
Some things I agree with.
That's Reese video. That means something she want to bring up that she did with this situation. Cause this ain't. I don't relate. What you got, Reese? What you got for?
I wanted to ask the men how did they feel about seeing that video.
Hey, she talking about this a message to women. How do y'all feel about seeing this video? There ain't no message to us.
No,
he ain't
the
talking
men
about us.
hearing that. How do y'all feel?
I don't feel no way that he ain't talking to men. He talking to a certain group of men, and he ain't talking to us.
He talking to the betas?
No, he talking to the men that be feeding off women, fucking them, cheating on them, and using them. So it's like he not talking to us. He talked to a certain group of men, but I hate that they put us all in that one box. Basically saying he ain't paying your bills, you should leave him. How do women feel about that? How do y'all feel? Do you agree with it? You wanted to share. Do you agree with his message? That's what he's saying.
I agree
he ain't paying this. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing this. I didn't let us know what you agree with.
Some of the things I don't agree with, because there's nothing wrong with grinding with a man. I believe y'all out there working together to get it, and there's nothing wrong with being there for him. But if like I think he mean like some of these girls get digmatized, and I'm gonna say that some of these ladies get digmatized. The next thing you know, you taking care of somebody that's trying to get you, or like he said, in survival mode. You got to know when a man is in survival mode. I mean, I think we all should be in survival mode all the time, but some people survival mode is using somebody and trying to get over with. Like he take your car to work. Like for instance, the movie Baby Boy. Do y'all think that he was trying to get over because he's talking about everything that Baby Boy was doing? I don't think that he was trying to.
Baby boy, it ain't called man. He's a baby boy. He growing up. He's still trying to get away from his mama. People ain't get the message. He a big baby boy. He don't want to leave mama. He don't want to leave mommy house. He only want mommy have a boyfriend. That's not us.
Yeah, so I'm working my way away from that shit and trying to.
Right. So
yes,
some things I believed in, and something that I'm like, nah, that's not true. That don't necessarily mean that. What he was saying.
Yeah, but there's a difference. There's a difference from we was talking about having your man's back and everything. There's a difference between, somebody struggling or whatever like that. No, putting forth effort. Mm-hmm. But may not be able to to get a certain job or this, but putting forth effort, then and you're like, baby, I got your back. We're gonna get through this, this, then somebody who don't give a damn and using and stuff like that. No, that's two different. That's two different having your backs or whatever. Like I said, I could could see, if there's effort being put forth and and you got the person back. But if he's pretty much just using you or talking behind your back and doing things behind your back, whatever like that, no, in your words, got you somewhat digmatized or whatever like that. No, where he feeling spoiled and privileged to do whatever the hell he want. That's totally different.
I had a friend, and he jumped from women to women to women to women, and he used to say, as long as she give me my beer and my weed, I'm good. So then he would get these people, I think women with low self-esteem. He would get them. Next thing you know, he's moved up in their crib. They provide him with weed and beer, and he's driving their vehicle until he's not. And then when he's not, he's ready to move on to the next one. And I'm saying to myself, Dick is only going to take you but so far. That's why you keep jumping from this one to this one. You know, he'll be telling women, oh yeah, I live here with such and such. We just roommates. You just roommates? Right. You looking to set up your next hole to hide out there. Oh, I gotta get up out of here. Oh, cause she be tripping and all this. But you ain't never said you gotta get out and go to work. You saying, oh, I gotta get up out of here. She tripping. But you just said, as long as she give me my weed and my beer, I'm straight, shorty. That's how you talk. As long as I get my weed and my beer, I'm straight.
They were bad. Why is it a problem until you get caught cheating? Why it's not a problem? Why women bad in beer? Why they allow them to move in the house? Why they allow him to take the car? Why they allow him to do all these things until he get caught cheating? It's never a problem until you get caught cheating. I don't blame the women. I don't blame either one. This is what happened. Now it ain't work out. They want to make it like that was a problem. It wasn't a problem when he had the car. It wasn't a problem you cooking for him. Like that was weird. Cooking for your man, letting him use your car to try to help him. Now things ain't work out. All that became a problem. But when the roles reverse, it's always the opposite. If a girl out here, you trying to help her build her career, that's a nice man. That's what's up. You know, that's what you supposed to do for your woman. You let her use your car to get around and do this, that. That's just nice to do. If she get caught cheating, it's like, oh, women fuck up, you know, but still, like, she still, like, nah, it should be the same energy. How you like a girl walking around in the road saying all women, It's like, come on, man. This dude, he's smart. He's smart. He know women that will grasp onto this because there's a lot of women who've been through that and going through it right now, so they can relate and they will want to share and comment on this video. Yeah, I got a nigga right now. This Like, all right, like you grown enough. You didn't know he was finessing you until it was over and he cheated with the little bad bitch down the street. And you mad because she can buy and do all them things that you was doing, so he don't need you no more. Like, that's sad. That ain't all of us though.
And sometimes it don't even have to be the bad chick down the street. It just another opportunity.
Big joint. Making it happen. I don't know though. I wonder what the women feel about what he said. And he was really talking to women. Dealing with niggas like that's gotta be tough. Wheezy back. See Wheezy feel about what he said.
Yeah, somebody had called me and knocked me out, so I was talking and y'all couldn't hear me.
Oh, that's cool.
I said they accept a lot of things when they get what they want out of the person, or once they stop getting what they want out of the person, or once, like you said, they find out they cheated or whatever. Then it's this, and that. At the end of the day, you knew this what was happening with this person, whether or not they was playing you for real. You just don't want to know.
Right.
You ignore stuff.
And that's why, Weezy, I said I blame it on the women, because especially if you're a woman and you got children, you wouldn't. Why would you want to bring an extra mouth in the household to feed, knowing that if that person's not working, that person's not. I had to learn the hard way because I was boo-boo the fool a couple of times. Okay, I was a dumb dummy, and I got played like a fiddle. It was like but you had to grow and experience stuff and go through some stuff. I'd be like, hey, other than a hard rock, a hard cop, you ain't bringing me nothing.
What?
And then you got to be careful because that hard rock will bring you back some STD. Okay, you gotta really know. And a woman need to know, or she should know, somebody feelings are genuine or ingenuine, especially
Yeah, but
before you move in with your children.
But the thing is, we got to stop thinking we can change people. You can't change that man. If
Right.
he's not willing to do what he want to do, what he's supposed to do on his own, he's not going to change for you. That's
right.
that point. And that goes for women too. If you get a woman, gentlemen, and you thinking, because men love to help, they like to save. This is
Save
what
a hoe.
they want to take care. And she may not be a hoe, she just might be lazy as shit. But at the end of the day, no, but for real, you can't make a person be who you want them to be. They have to want to do that for themselves. And if they don't do that for themselves, they're going to pull you down right along with them.
Right.
But your stupid ass think you can change it, so you keep doing the same shit.
That's
stupid
right.
ass.
Believe me, it's look,
Stupid
hey,
ass because you allow certain things to happen, especially if you have control of them. Like I have control of who comes through my door and who lay up. I have control of that. And if I don't think wisely about it and let the wrong person come in, you can disrupt not only my life, but the people that's living in my household life. My whole household is disrupted because I wasn't thinking. I was only on one track mind, thinking about that ding-a-ling.
and it's more than just women and men. It's your family, it's your friends, it's whoever you allow in your space. Now, this video was about women don't let men do X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. But why are you letting somebody live with you, and men too? Why are you letting somebody live with you if they not trying to do nothing before they get there?
Exactly.
They hit you with this, I just need a spot. Just give me a couple of days. Couple of days turn into a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks turn into a couple of months. Next thing you know,
in my case, it turned into some years, and it was family. Family always ended up staying with me, which I love my family. I had no problem with them, but them days turned to years in my case. And so you have to. It applies to everybody. If you're with a person and you don't see them or your family, whoever, you don't see them trying to do something before they get to you, they're not going to do nothing when they get there.
That's right.
So don't let them in.
Help.
I had to learn the hard way because I really care about people and I want to make sure that they're okay. So I'm one of them people. I'll take care of you. I'll cook for you. I'll make sure your clothes clean or make sure you have the capabilities. And it's family, man, whatever, mama, daddy, whoever. I did it for all of them, siblings, everybody. I will make sure you have food. If I'm cooking and you in my house, you're eating. If you need clean clothes and I'm going to the laundromat, give me your dirty clothes. If you need a ride, where you going? I might be heading that way. Come on. You need a few dollars and I know you're trying to get stuff. I'm one of them people. But sometimes people will take advantage of you because they know you actually care. And it's our fault because we enable them to take advantage of us. My stupid ass let it happen.
Look, you ain't the only stupid ass. I'm stupid ass too.
So we gotta stop doing it. And videos like this bother me because there is no one-dimensional explanation of anything. People change or they come in with their mask on and you think it's good and it's not. Some people really do come to drain your resources. Some people really do come with good intentions and things just go wrong. You have to learn discernment and you got to know how to do it. First of all, I got kids in here. Ain't nobody moving up in here.
Can y'all give me a brief synopsis on what the Reese's favorite word, synopsis? Can y'all give me a brief synopsis on what the video was on? Because my cousin was talking to me, so I had the camera off and stuff. I wasn't.
No, you need to hear this. Play it again, Mom.
I gotta find it. Yeah, let me.
Oh shit! It's like that. Normally, I just say it. It's like that. I don't want to say it.
It's really not. It's basically he was trying to basically tell women if the man ain't doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Which and it's the same. If women ain't doing this, you shouldn't be doing that.
Like as in rewarding someone that's not with bad behavior. That's displaying bad behavior or
something like that, or like don't let men. Yeah, but you got to hear how he said it because I was like, what? Don't be cooking for this person. Don't be. Go ahead.
Don't be a lady.
Stop allowing these men into your home that's not paying your bills because they might mistake it for a homeless shelter. A man doesn't respect a woman that grinds with him. You think that. They don't. That's why you're out here grinding with him, working hard with him. He's cheating on you, mistreating you, talking about you in every type of way. You keep saying, but I was there for you. He don't care if you was there for him or not. This man picked you when he was in survival mode. You're not the type of woman he really wants. You don't grind with no man. A man has to show up able to be a man, and that's to lead, protect, and provide. If this man can't provide for you, you leave him. Because if he can't provide for you, he's telling you he don't respect you. Because what a man loves, he respects. And what a man respects, he provides for. So stop allowing these men into your home that's not paying your bills. Stop cooking for men that's not buying you groceries. Stop getting all dolled up for men that's not buying your clothes and your makeup. Stop going to pick men up or allowing men to use your car. A man doesn't respect a woman that has to build him. He'll start to resent you. Fall so deep in love with yourselves that nothing else matters. All praises due to the Most High. Peace. Stop.
There you go.
That was the video.
Okay, nigga
You
jigger.
you see why I said you had to listen to it?
Yeah, okay, nigga jigger. That's fine. He did that slow ass span around this whole motherfucking house to let you see how valid his opinion was and shit. I keep that fake shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
In a row. Perfect.
Like he had to do a slow pan around the whole motherfucking house to show you why his statements was valid.
It sound like her father, AQ.
Well, that's lovely, but you know,
It's step
the
bad.
way he, I can always get someone's point whether I like
Yeah.
delivery or what you're saying or not, but life don't always align in the way he's trying to say it. Like if he ain't buying you groceries, then that nigga ain't. I don't know.
First of all, why you ain't got no groceries in your house already? That's what I want to know.
I'm just trying to figure out like what point he's saying you at, because he even sound like he taking it as far as courting. Like if I'm courting you and I'm not paying your rent, and I don't know what mark he's setting it at, because like I said, he had to walk around his house and let you see his floor plan and all of that to
Oh, I didn't even pay no attention to that.
First,
House
that's a
big
subtle
as
thing.
shit.
He knew the fuck he was doing, walking around
Nigga
talking
living
shit.
in a
Yeah, I
mansion.
think that you don't need
That nigga living
you
in a
could have sat right at the
mansion.
desk, right at the dining room table, right in the office. You could have did all that. I know what you was doing.
In a row.
It was a way to get. Then the women is like, oh yeah, they looking at that house and whatever money he probably got, and that's helping with his argument. I know what he's
That's
doing.
exactly why he did it, Trey.
That's exactly why he did. I ain't stupid. I don't need to see your whole. Let me show you exactly why I'm on point. Fuck you.
And another thing too that we always skip over: provision is not only money.
Exactly.
It's not
We
only
always
monetary.
think it's money. Provision is just being proactive or providing a vision.
Right.
Come on now, we always think, oh, money, provide. Okay, so once that money is what? Most rich people, or most people who give these rich men, yeah, they got the money. They providing you with shelter and money and don't give two fucks about you. Because they over there with the other girl. They got
With the
3 other
miss.
women who want the money.
So while you in
Who
that
want the
big ass
provision.
house by yourself.
Yeah,
That's a
but
fact.
he got 4 others in other rooms. No, forget
Right.
that. It ain't about all of that. That's the problem. And the thing is, if you want, okay, yes, the man is supposed to lead. But
Yeah,
if
of
he
course,
wasn't
yeah.
taught how to lead, how can he lead?
Yeah.
And just because you get with a man who was not taught how to do these things does not mean he will not provide for you. Does not mean he will not care for you. Does not mean he won't take care of you if he's given the opportunity to do so. These things come naturally if they're given the opportunity to do so.
Yeah. I don't know what he meant by a woman is a man is going to devalue you if you have to work with him.
What the hell is he talking about?
I don't understand. So nobody's ever
It's for
nobody's ever
weak-minded
come across
women,
somebody
though.
dirt ass poor and then they end up being rich as shit with a Fortune 500 because you built that person up to believe that they can blah blah blah. Or I just don't understand. Where's the fucking love in this video? That's what I'm trying to
Ain't no
understand.
love.
There is
All I
none.
heard
It's all
about was
about
what you
money.
buying. I ain't hear nothing about if you loving your woman right and you. Oh, that's kind of
I
weird.
say it sound like whole tendencies. He's saying if the nigga ain't buying, you get your nails
It
done.
sound like you
he ain't
teaching
paying for
women
you
to sell their pussy. Is
telling
what
them
it
sell
sound
their
That's what
like.
pussy.
they doing, Trey.
They selling their
It sound
pussy. They
like
being
tricking.
hoes.
Like you
It's
you
a
can have
different
the
way.
bread, but you gotta get to the bread. If you meet her and you got the bread, that's cool. But if you don't, then you Did you disqualify
If a
yourself and not
nigga
talk to
meet
that
you,
woman because you don't think you are where
Right.
you should be to
yeah.
talk to her? If it's because that means your life is based on your pockets. That's why you showing me your living room and shit. I
Yep.
love to see some more paintings and furniture and stuff in
Yeah.
that big ass empty house
But that's
versus,
the thing.
you know,
If a nigga already come in and have everything, you won't have to cook. You won't even have to do half the
then
things
where's the fun then?
they
Who
gonna have
wants
to pay
somebody like
for it. They gonna
that you
pay for
can't
that
give
shit.
nothing to?
Right.
He won't
Right.
be home to eat dinner. That nigga be somewhere else. It's just like it's cool. But don't think that you saying a nigga out here cheating because he not getting. Why would bitches be want to fuck with this nigga that don't got nothing? He just somehow
Right.
ain't got nothing, but he fucking with all these different bitches.
Hold
But a
on. That's
nigga
not
with
how they do
money,
that though. They
nah.
don't
But
do
I'm
that.
saying, but his thing is a nigga with money ain't gonna
Right.
do none of those things. What the
Yeah.
fuck? A nigga with money, he got more access to more women
His
now.
house don't
Yep.
look like love. Look at that shit. His house do not
Yeah,
look like it's a woman walking
man, nigga
around
having
there
Ain't
bitches on the top.
nobody in there
prancing
crazy.
around and adding her own feng shui to the house. It don't look
It's
like you
tough.
look like
It's
you
a good
single as
message
fuck,
though.
holding your phone up, walking around your living room.
Ain't
Who's to
nobody
I
in
say
don't
there
know
that's
who the
his
holding.
guy
house?
is, but
Nobody in there
you
Yeah.
don't look
giving the
like you love that
man.
much, and you look angry giving your message.
Who's
Without
who's to
without
say that's his
volume,
house?
without audio, you look angry giving your message.
Yep, David. David said, "Who's to say that's his house?"
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, there's some broke nigga out here with a broad that he really like and can't get, and she don't care how much money this nigga got. She'll never leave that nigga for him, and he mad
Yep.
about it.
Look,
I
Charles
bet
said,
he
Yeah.
"I
made this
bet."
video while his wife was at work, and I bet they both have great careers. And some it don't feel right. You know when something feel authentic? Like if you got a nice big ass house, have your nice big ass house. I'm not a hater. I love beautiful homes. I love seeing people's like personal style and decor and your
That's
high
what's up.
ceilings like Phoenix and all that shit. You know, I love all that type of shit. So I'm not no hater, but it don't look like your
Hey,
message is
chill.
aligning with what you're talking about. Your house don't look like love. You don't look like you got a woman walking around there, blessing the house with beautiful fixtures and stuff that y'all both like. You don't look happy. You don't like somebody I would buy a book from about love or how to build it because you don't look like you got it. So you can have all the
Yeah.
money you want in your Versace robe, but are you happy in that house?
Yeah, I just think he added a little too much. Like I ain't mad at him saying, women don't just let men just move into your house. If they not trying to
The
contribute to
being the
your life
provider and shit, all that
and
shit
da
is
da
cool too, you
da.
know?
But when you start saying, if they ain't paying to get your nails, if they ain't doing it, paying, I'm like, hold on now, no.
Right.
Like, nah, you going a little too far
You
now.
trying to get in that algorithm is what that nigga trying to do. I'm not
It
stupid.
Man,
started
stop,
off.
man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It started off
If he wanted to
positive
do that,
and then veered off somewhere.
if he want to pay, then fine. But that's not his obligation. It ain't your obligation to keep his car upheld. It ain't your obligation to keep certain things upheld in his house. Why is it his obligation to keep things upheld for you? Those are your
Yeah.
own personal things. If he want to pay for it, fine, but that's not his job to pay for you to get your hair done. If that was your husband, okay.
Right.
Just like if that was your husband, fine. But if as his wife, it would be certain things that you'd be obligated to do too. We need to stop pandering and start speaking the truth. It's bullcrap. That shit ain't
Yeah.
no joke. Talking about don't build. Well, how the hell you gonna get somewhere together? How you gonna get a foundation, a strong foundation, if you don't work together to get it?
And you think her adding bricks to the foundation makes the whole foundation weak. So you saying that you can't build a house on
You
something that you
tell
built with
straight
her. That's
Mace looking
Exactly.
at.
What you with her for? What you with her for then? Nothing.
fake Mace looking ass. I just turned back in and I know this guy on some bullshit without even listening to the. If you play the
Uh-huh.
video with silence, when Molly took the sound away for a second, you know how he played in the background doing the commentary and shit now. He don't look happy. You look angry. You look like you're lying and you capping. I don't.
I
It
don't
is what
know,
it is. I
man.
can try to
I
get
don't
a
know.
message
Maybe
out of
he just got
anybody's
out of the
words, but
pen. Maybe
I
he just.
done seen it, man. I done seen girls that took care of niggas, and you like, damn, and they be like, that's my nigga. I'm gonna make sure he got whatever he need, and they don't mind it, and it's some things he do that we just
what's up,
don't
AQ? I
see.
see you.
We might pick
What's up,
up
babe?
the kids and do little things, little errands and shit, and then soon something go wrong. Soon something go wrong. I was taking care of that nigga. I did it, and I did it. Like, but you knew that. Like, why
Yep.
you mad about it now? Like, it just don't never make sense to me. But I get it. You don't expect somebody you do a lot for to treat you so bad. Like you doing a lot for a person, and they turn around and show you that they don't appreciate it. that would definitely piss you off. But you still shouldn't be mad at yourself for being a good person. You know,
Right.
you shouldn't get on yourself
Right.
like I shouldn't have made sure you got that job. I shouldn't have bought you them clothes for that interview. It's like, nah,
No,
that's
that's
you did
stupid.
your part as a woman. You know,
Right.
it's like niggas when they
Exactly.
buy girls gifts. I don't like niggas that take shit back. Bitch, I bought you that wedding ring. You shouldn't even want it. But anything else, gifts, persons, and out, let her have it. That was
Right.
your girl at the time. That's how you treated her. You know, and
Right.
when she see them outfits, it'd be a reminder. This nigga he did take care of them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like that take back shit.
Yeah, that's
Because if
petty
I
and
bought you
childish.
something and it's time for you to go, I'm packing
Indian give
all
her
your
and shit.
stuff. Take this, come get your shiznit. I don't care if I bought it; it's yours. When I give it to you, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
So take these shoes, these suits, the
What's up,
clothes,
AQ?
these
I
little
see you.
drawers.
And
Take it
Aquarius.
all. Just get it out of my house, and poof, be gone. But I'm over you. I'm over you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So if I got to give you your stuff back, go on, kick rocks. You
Yeah.
know.
I don't get attached to too much from somebody anyway. I don't think if you
Yeah.
can't buy that shit for yourself, don't get immersed in it. Cause you know, what if something happened to it? What if somebody buy you a car, you crash that motherfucker? They can't buy
Right.
another one, you know you couldn't afford it. So then
Mm-hmm.
you down in the dumps because you ain't got it no more. So I try not to attach
The
myself to
insurance.
stuff anyway.
Now, I will
Yeah.
say one thing. I did take when I broke up with one of my ex because I had insurance out on the car and all of that. I said by the end of this month, after this cycle, you're no longer covered under my insurance. So
Hmm.
At
it will
least you gave him
remove
a
you
heads up.
to get you some. Well, of course, because I'm paying
Yeah,
the
y'all ain't
I'm paying
together no
the
more.
every month. I'd be crazy to pay insurance and he riding somebody else up and down the car. Bad enough I help you get the car.
No, I'm
I'd be
talking
crazy.
about the fact that you gave him a
Y'all
heads
ain't
up and not just cut
Yeah, a
him
little
off.
notice. You gave a
Yeah.
nigga a little
Oh,
time.
at the end of the month because I already paid the insurance for the month. So next month I'll be like, no,
You
it
want to
won't
wait
be
a
the same.
minute? No, let me finish bringing it.
Changing it up. We
Oh,
dropping them.
yeah.
So my bill will
Yeah.
drop right back down.
let me
I
fix it.
think videos like that messes a lot of weak women up. You know, mess them up like mentally. You know, and they start arguments within the household that they living at. You know, it's like the girl seen this video and the dude probably not doing as much as this dude was saying. Like you supposed to pay to get this, pay to get that, pay to get this, and now you like, why you ain't cook tonight, babe? Shit, for what? You ain't contributing that. Like, hold up, but you don't know where it's coming from, and it be coming from
You
social
want to look out the
media.
window?
You got a lot of weak women that sees videos like this and start expecting more from people who just don't have it. Nigga ain't got no mansion and rich money like some of these dudes that can pay to get your nails done and your hair done and oh huh, you need 1,000 on your rent. Here you go. Like these average dudes out here, but they don't care to hear. Once you see a dude on a video like that says that, they expect that from their dude. And I done dealt with a lot of women that expect you to do certain things. You be like, that ain't my job. But a real nigga do this and a real man to do this. Is you a real man? How would you know what a real man to do? Like that's the part that blow me. Like, no, that's your perception. Like somebody told you that if we in different household, I'm not paying your bill and my bill. Now we get something together, we can go in together. You know, but you got really niggas out here that got money, that they got it. You know, I don't care if it's drug money, it don't matter. They got it to do it, and they fuck it up for a lot of dudes who don't. You know, so it's just like you gonna get with that dude. Now I don't want to deal with him. Why? Because he got 5 other bitches, right? Yeah, but at the end of the day, he got the money to get all of their nails done, all of their hair done, and all that. So he encouraging women to talk to dudes like that, not knowing that you one of many. So now they find this dude that they make sure he got her nails done, her hair done, he pay her bills and all that. He just want to hit when he come over, make sure you cook for him.
You
But it's
find it
4 or 5 of you. It's 4 or 5 of y'all. You can't be mad about that if that's what you're looking for. You know, so you're looking for somebody to just be with you and only you. He gonna have some flaws. It's gonna be some things he can and can't do. But if you expecting a perfect man out here, like it just don't exist. And then most times you just gotta be rich and they assume you perfect. But that ain't the case. That just means you can buy, you can pay to get things done that most dudes just can't.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that he said that a man got to do this, buy your hair done, you wear your clothes for your men. You women, you wear your stuff for you. You look good for you, for yourself. So, he's talking to
Yeah.
the weak-minded woman when he said,
No,
"Stop dressing
I
up for
think
this
anything.
man. Stop wearing
Yeah.
this for this man. Stop getting your hair done for this man." excuse me, you get your hair done for you because we like to look nice. We buy our clothes for us because we like to look nice and feel good. And we cook dinner for our family because that's what we do. We cook dinner
Cook
for our
anyway,
family,
yeah.
you know. So when the video, that's a weak-minded person if you're doing all this to try to appease a man. Anyway, if you're doing this to try to snag or try to get it, be you. And if he fall in love with you, that means he's falling in love with all of your natural attributes, not somebody you're pretending to be.
Mhm.
You know,
So that pretending shit fall apart eventually. So you can't. It's
Eventually.
hard to keep up a fake storyline of anything you're doing. You know.
It
Yeah.
is.
Who is this Columbia?
That look like
Cucumber man?
Rico.
Cucumber man.
Rico like shit.
Oh yeah.
There's something else you said be good for Monday.
Monday
So
Madness. Yeah. Check
Who
this
said it'd be
out.
good for Monday? Who
this
video came
Reese
from?
video.
This
Reese.
is
okay.
this was mine. Yeah,
Back to back.
Rico.
Nah. Oh, you say you like Rico?
Hell yeah, to me. Maybe not
I'm
when he
glad
take them
you
shades
understood
Oh, no,
off,
this
but
the
yeah, right now,
rapper.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
I like him. Yeah,
I'm not hip. I'm not hip to him yet.
Welcome to
Check him
Maccabees
out.
Medical Mondays. Today it's all about this, the cucumber, or as they call it in Jamaica, cucumber. 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 Vitamins, minerals, very high number, silica, hair and nails get longer. Other vitamin make your bone them stronger. Anti-wrinkle make you look younger. 95% water. Kidney cleanser, great hydrator, detox fiber, good regulator.
Nothing
Give your body
why.
good things, don't be a traitor. Get the cucumber, cut it in a slice. Put it in a jug of water overnight. You know what you get for a fraction of the price? Energy drink full of electrolyte. Roaring salad is one of the user. As a base for your vegetable juice. Another surprise, put a slice on your eyes. Take away the dryness, revitalize. Oh yes. One thing I have left. Cucumber can also help with bad breath. Wash away the bacteria that cause the odor. Cucumber water instead of soda. Cucumber. 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 A medical Monday. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the bad breath. This is a fucking dream right now, bro. Please. I didn't know that it helps with the bad breath. Cucumber.
Yeah. I cut that joint. I cut cucumbers in my water all the time. Yes.
Said sit overnight.
Cucumber.
Hey, tell me that shit don't look like.
Rico, cucumber.
That shit
Look
is
good. Hey,
Rico.
Trey.
I'm telling Rico
Trey.
too.
Look, Weezy got that big boy over there.
It ain't even shut up.
This the little mini cucumbers over there.
Why you don't shake it like that?
Damn, bro.
Cucumber.
Cucumber.
You the man in this situation, Phoenix. Nah.
David, what you got to say? You've been quiet. Cucumber.
It'd have been choreography in about 2 or 3 minutes if you kept playing the shit.
Yeah. Cucumber.
So you put it over rice to get the moisture, you know, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, you know, a lot of it makes sense. And electrolytes overnight. I'm like, okay.
It'll help take your headaches away too.
You said headaches?
Yeah, if you have a headache, if you eat cucumber or like watermelon, something that's a lot of water, it'll help take the headache down because you probably dehydrated.
Is it true that they said something about salt? I heard that getting some, like having a little bit of salt is supposed to eliminate your headache because headache's supposed to be.
Something, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was true.
Because it helps with you'll probably dehydrated. So you need the sodium. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a cucumber.
Wow. Shit, that'll get me eating some cucumbers. I normally don't give a fuck, but
I wasn't even
help.
thinking about it. I forgot about it. Damn.
Yeah, all I know is I'm about to go to
But
Food Line.
I put cucumbers in my water.
Look, I
Yeah,
gotta go take my
I'm
car.
about to go to Food Line and get me some
Like when I
cucumbers.
first came vegan, that was the first thing they made me do. It was like, man, you gotta put cucumbers in your water.
Oh, they infuse your water. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Mhm.
man, I ain't like it at first, and after a while, I got used to it.
Yeah.
It's fresh tasting though.
It's refreshing.
Honestly,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It like
it's good
removes
for
that
bad breath. So when you get stink breath, cucumba. Hey, baby, don't eat that piece of gum. Take this
Who
cucumba.
background sound like McDonald's? What is that?
Yeah.
The fuck was that? It sound like ovens and shit going. But anyway, oh I
So,
Cucumba.
yeah.
Kakumba.
And
I mean,
that's
that'd been a good Wellness
Wellness
Wednesday, though.
Hell
Why
yeah,
you
definitely
on
would.
Monday?
He got
for your bad breath cucumba.
he got other videos too.
Yes.
Oh, he do?
Yeah, he got other videos.
I sent some to the group.
Oh,
for
this-
Wellness
I'm
Wednesday.
saving them for Wednesday next
You
time.
send it for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I can't tell. I gotta pick out which videos for what day because you picked it out for the whole week.
Well, it's for Medical Monday. I just thought about that and I was like,
No,
what?
Medical
Monday.
Monday. We never
Ain't no
fly
Medical
your
Monday.
pants on
Medical Monday, but it
fire.
was an error. It was
We
a
never
Monday.
had a Medical Monday before.
The
Liar,
hell?
liar. Pants on fire.
No,
Medical Monday, y'all.
You
Medical Monday. I
ain't
just
never
don't
heard
know.
of
Hell, I've been there. I thought it was Monday, man.
big cap, big caps.
Because
I'm
he said it was
wrong.
Monday, and when I saw the Monday, I'm like, I'm gonna use it for Monday. You know, but I like what
Man,
you were saying, you know. So
I'm wrong with Reese.
I ain't
wrong.
never heard no medical no Monday.
Medical.
No, I didn't say. I said his Medical Monday. That's what he said. I didn't say that was our thing. Our thing is Wellness.
Then we don't
Wednesday.
share it on Medical Monday.
But I liked it, Cucumba.
We share it on
Because
Wednesday.
it don't
next time.
matter.
Because
It don't matter there.
I shared the KRS-One video. I wanted to
Cucumba.
bring. He reminded me of KRS-One a little bit, but I wanted to bring KRS-One up to the forefront. How he called himself an edutainer, and I know Rico called himself an edutainer. KRS-One always, was saying that back in the day, and it's because he educates and uplifts as he spilling in his rap. His rap
Make
is
your shit
always
up Monday. Yeah, that's about accurate.
whatever Monday. His rap. I got the KRS-One video, Molly.
I can find it.
He look like his breath
He
still
said,
stink.
I'm fancy. I only drink cucumber water with mint leaves in it. Okay, because we is upscale
Yeah,
around this bitch.
Kenny with the mint leaves.
Upscale around here.
That's why I put them
Good
in
for
my
your breath.
lemonades now.
Good for your
Yeah.
breath. And that's what's in
David
there.
want to say something, but he's just gonna refrain, I guess.
You know, David.
His facial expression, like
David, his
David,
response is be blowing up. He be loading them bitches up.
yeah, he do.
Response down
Only
low, and
thing
hell
I
yeah,
said
99%. Go ahead, Dave.
No, what? Go ahead.
Only thing I said is, he looked like his breath still stink. That's all I said.
It ain't help with nothing. It ain't help
He
with
that
nothing.
cucumber ain't working.
You ain't right.
He looked like his breath smell like poo.
Okay, he said they ain't changed shit. You need more of that cucumber shit. You need something. He said. What he say? LA gonna get you on that. Oh hell yeah, that's gonna be the subject matter. Stay in focus, tunnel vision. Josh gonna be like, you know what bothers me? Tunnel vision.
Hold up.
You know what?
Goddamn it, I'm just gonna say it.
He was watching the show how many months? I ain't never heard of no medical
Monday.
But it's not. I don't have a medical Monday. I have a
Oh
Monday
my
Madness.
God, man.
But that man had a medical Monday. I didn't have
I
medical
don't even know
Monday.
if I want Reese on after what she pulled Friday.
Which is I sent it over Friday.
Shit.
Now y'all say he might not even want you on no more after what you pulled Friday on the show.
Oh my gosh! Because look, my boo thing was over here last night, and I was simply just calling to make.
No one believe none you say no more.
No.
Oh, that's so sad. I don't care.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no point.
He was like, I kept you up late. That's my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. So, and he was like, I'm so glad we're back. You know, that remind me of that comedian. They'd be like, all right, tell him get out. We back.
Oh, what's his name?
Kermit, what's it, Komojo?
Mojo Brooks.
Yeah,
Mojo
Mojo Brooks.
Brooks.
So that's it, Komojo. Mojo, he be like, okay, tell him get out. We back. that's how it was. Because he was like, I'm so glad we connected. I love you. I miss you. Blah blah blah. I want to get back. And I was like, oh, do you? He was like, I'll take my time. We'll go slow. I was like, okay. So
Yeah, I don't see that joint with KRS-One. I don't see that joint.
Shut the
you
fuck
don't
up.
see what KRS-One, what
Nah.
it was Kumo D, KRS-One, and Chuck D. Oh,
What they doing?
It's rapping. It's
I be rapping, I be capping, I be tapping.
And it was KRS-One's part about with the big nose, wide nose, KRS, and I was just like, okay, but it's cool. Just cool. I be sending a whole lot of videos.
Yeah, hell yeah, you do.
And I put a caption there. I try to put a caption. This is for Monday Madness.
I'm about to start muting the group. So all this shit don't just pop up all day. I'm gonna start muting that shit.
Yeah, you wanna make up a day. Knock out.
I didn't even read it. I didn't even read it.
I had to catch myself.
Yeah, no. I
had to catch myself before I wrecked myself.
Yep.
You said knock out a day.
Nah.
Nah. Yeah.
Child, you said you want to make up a day. Make up a day. Knock that dust off that cook anytime.
Excuse me. You know what I'm doing because it's none of your business. No.
Then we can do that once a week.
You don't know what I'm doing, okay? So just hush it. Hush.
Mm-hmm.
She said hush.
Y'all ever hear tree fall in the woods?
Thank you.
Did it still make a sound if you wasn't there to hear it?
And because you wasn't there to hear, witness, or see it, do that mean it didn't fall?
Child said, he love you.
You always gotta take shit to the third base.
Yeah, that's good.
I love you too. I ain't gonna tell you how I ate the trifle over the weekend. Here go Misha. Misha said, tell them how you ate the trifle over the weekend. I said, no, Misha, you got them hating me now. They hate me because of the cheesecake store.
What the hell is the trifle? I'm
I don't know what the hell
talking about. Then it's like pudding. Then it's a layered. It's just
truffle.
layered.
Truffle. Oh,
it's like
truffle.
You truffle, girl.
No, it's truffle is mushrooms. It's called a trifle.
I don't know.
I don't think. All right.
Trifle. I need to try that one.
It is called a trifle, but they call it something else too. But people call it more.
It sounds trifling.
Like when you get it out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. It's trifling.
Where it's like cake or cookie, then it's like the pudding or the fruit or vegetable.
Oh yeah, in the glass dish. I see it.
It's all of the trifle, right? And she made it.
Wait, Tom, you should have kept that cheesecake story to yourself.
Man, I already knew she was lying. You don't lick no dick like that.
But she said she unwrapped it. She kept saying, I unwrapped it. I unwrapped it.
Yeah.
How many times can you unwrap the shit? I thought it could
girl ain't unwrapped me before.
After you unwrapped it 3 times.
You know, I knew Molly would knew and pick up because I showed him the cheesecake bar before, I said,
yeah, that's everybody's talking about food.
And
I said, I ain't sure she talking about food now. How she talking about eating it? I'm like, I ain't sure she talking about food anymore.
Yeah.
Misha is still laughing about it. She was laughing yesterday. I said, girl, she was like, tell me the story about the trifle. How you ate it. I said, no, Misha. I said, because they hate me now. They mad at me now.
Well, you ain't stick your tongue in. Oh, Dick Gregory. Yeah, I like watching him.
Oh, yeah, Baba Gregory.
Yeah.
There's doo-doo in there.
Yeah, this gonna explain. It says something about your emotions on medicine. I guess we spoke on emotions today.
An organ and a gland, and it weighs 3 pounds. It's the only thing in your body that's an organ and a gland. Now, what affects it? Anger, bitterness, laughter is the best medicine. We've heard that all our life, right? When you look at your commercial, when you coming on, when you laughing, if you didn't do nothing but just sit in the mirror for 4 hours, once a week, and did that, healing starts. healing starts. You see, when I laugh, I use certain muscles, and those muscles pinch certain nerves, and those nerves trigger a oil that's dropped into my body that keeps me younger. When I frown and tighten up, I use certain muscles, and those muscles pinch certain nerves that drops a gas
Hell yeah,
into my
child.
body that will destroy the cell structure. The liver is an organ and a gland, and it weighs 3 pounds. It's the only thing in your body that's an organ and a gland. Now, what affects it? Anger, bitterness, laughter is the best medicine. We've heard that all our life, right? When you look at your commercial, when you coming on, when you laughing, if you didn't do nothing but just sit in the mirror for 4 hours, once a week, and did that, healing starts. Healing starts. You see, when I laugh, I use certain muscles, and those muscles pinch certain nerves, and those nerves trigger an oil that's dropped into my body that keeps me younger. When I frown and tighten up, I use certain muscles, and those muscles pinch certain nerves that drops a gas into my body that will destroy the cell structure. The liver is a
I know when you frowning, when you got gas in your stomach, I ain't see nobody that's have gas happy. When you got gas, you be like, just like, you frown.
Here we
And
go.
it destroyed everybody nose tissue around you. Oh, that was gas. Oh, that was.
Oh, Jody
Look, I'm
Blau.
dropping
That
oil.
nitrous oxide.
I'm keeping it younger. So this Dick Gregory, that was one to grow on.
Yeah, I
Go ahead,
love Dick Gregory.
There's doo-doo in there.
No,
I'm
he cracked me
you talking about the
up.
big butts. Look, why do y'all
Yeah.
impersonated for big butts? He said, "Ain't nothing with a big butt."
Right.
There's doo-doo in there with a big butt. Look,
I like
and
I like when it goes off on the reporter or whatever, and they be like, "Well, I think, well, who cares what you think? Who's doing the interview? Who's telling the story? I was there."
He got that old head response type
Yeah.
shit. Well, we don't care.
We
Like,
don't care what you think. I'll
I
tell you what
don't
I
care
know.
what you think. I'm telling you what I know.
Huh? You know, and I like when he does that. Huh?
yeah. Huh? You know how old head, huh? You know how motherfuckers do it.
oh, my
Ain't
uncle
nobody saying
says that.
shit and you still looking for a confirmation.
My
Huh?
uncle Wayne do that. Huh? Come on now. Huh?
Right.
Come on
I'm
now.
like, all right, nigga. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Well, they
You
go,
know?
what?
This is
Oh,
Diana
my
got
Uncle
killed
Wayne
because she
urged
was
me that
with a
real
black
good.
man. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
They were like,
Yeah, but I think he's absolutely right. I love hearing anything from him. He's one of the people who I don't have to like. I fact check anything for myself if I don't understand or feel like I know something. But he's one of those people that I feel like nothing but a philosopher. Like you always
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
point with your words. You know what you're talking about. Like you don't have a biased opinion about stuff. You like say what you think it is. But your emotions and that laughter and everything, some of those positive things you do to feed your body some good fuel or whatever, or some good energy. It definitely matters with your health, how you feel, whether you get sick or not, your immune system. Like you can talk yourself into health problems,
You sure
really.
can. You
Yeah,
sure
you can
can.
stress yourself into health issues, into
You sure
dementia
can.
or whatever it may be. So I believe that.
And one thing about him, like he said, he used to be big. He was overweight. He was unhealthy, and he changed his life. When you meet people like that, you should listen. And then his children, of course, are a reflection of his wife and him and his wife. But I've met his children. I work very closely with one of them,
Wow.
and Fawn with the other. Work very closely with two of them, and you can tell his energy is within them. And so when you have somebody at a platform like that, and you actually meet their seed and can tell that they listen to him or what he was saying is true, that's how you know you should listen. So
Yeah.
I really am grateful for the things that Baba Gregory left here and his children, because they passed it on too.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And DG, my man, he the GOAT.
Like Dr. Sebi and his children.
Yeah.
As
I
well.
remember
This-
when he died, people was talking about, because he was talking about chemtrails and everything. You know, they was like, "Oh, Illuminati got him." Somebody was like, he was 80-some years old.
Right.
Yeah,
They
they
could
motherfuckers
have
gotta
been got
die.
dick.
Like,
Yeah, they could have been got on.
Right.
I think he like Cat Williams. Like
yeah.
you know, he gonna tell us the truth, but that's his job. You know, his job to open our eyes up to certain things, but he's still on the opposite side for it. You know, it's like they still gonna pay him government funds to walk around and talk. I just love what he be saying, and they allow him to speak his truth. I think because he knew a lot about what really happened to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all that. So to keep him quiet, let him do him.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like Farrakhan.
he played the
why not-
game.
Yeah,
why not
exactly.
take
Just
him
like
Yeah.
out?
Farrakhan.
Well,
He
then
played the game.
why would they take the other ones out and not because he posed less of a threat?
No,
Hell
because
yeah.
he wasn't under their payroll.
Yeah, because some people are pushing the message for them.
Right.
Yeah, that's still.
No, that's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
allow
saying.
you to do.
They killed everybody else.
Not everybody. They killed a
They
couple of
didn't.
people.
Some people
Yeah.
can
You know what I
be
mean?
allowed to still do what they do with if it doesn't go against your agenda. Like if
He
they're not,
told me, come on.
if you're not pulling a certain amount of people that they or a certain body of people that you know they wouldn't want affected by your message, they're gonna leave you alone because it's not going against
It's not
what
going
they
to be
trying to do.
detrimental to they
Yeah, so they'll
platform.
let you exist. They gotta let some true representatives of it exist, so it's confusing. You can't have everybody openly being biased or trying to shape the narrative. You got to have some people that you truly feel like are down for it, down for whatever you're down for, so that it's still remains a question on on what's real. It's still confusion.
Prince,
You know.
in the interview,
Oh
gave
my god.
Prince in the interview gave him props, whatever. No, like he was talking about chemtrails and stuff, and all how Dick Gregory opened his eyes about different things and stuff.
Yeah, that part is damn sure true though. You're right about that.
Yeah, Clyde Anderson.
Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, I love it. You know, he used to tell you stories how we had our own bus lines and all that, and how black people scribing, and for some reason we was fighting to integrate. You know, Martin Luther King, all that little weird shit. But I don't know. He lived a good life. I think he left a lot of good messages out here that you can just pull up on YouTube. He went on a fast, after he went on that fast, it was just to protest something at the time. He started to notice his body was feeling a lot better. And he took it to the extreme. I don't know how long he went, but he went a long time without eating, and it's still better himself. Yeah, so it's like,
Was
just
that
listen to
Slim
that
Fast that
because
he used to be? No, what was Dick Gregory selling? Was it it wasn't Slim Fast. It was something that mixed me up some of that Dick Gregory.
Yeah, he talked
He
about that.
just wanted to make something out of that.
Yeah, he talked about that though. He did talk about that.
Yeah.
He talking about being spiritual, all that stuff. Not all that. You need to study the book, the Bible, and all that. Nah, he tell you where it come from. You still need to tap into your ancestors. I like everything about because I'm in that vegan shit, so he was on a lot of different diets and
right.
Yeah, because I'm plant-based, but vegan is a scream. They too a scream.
Yeah.
But
The
I'm
materials
on
they wear and
bags
and shit. They buy wallets and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't there yet. I would like to get there, but I don't even know where to start. But I get there eventually.
That mean that couch you sitting on better be fake leather. All that
Yeah,
shit. Like can't nothing be
exactly.
Yeah.
Ain't
That's a
nothing.
whole lifestyle, change.
No wool,
That's why they throw blood on people. They
leather,
throw animal blood
eat
on
no
you.
animal byproducts, eat no animal.
I just say, where the hell y'all get the blood from, though?
That's my thing. What the fuck did you do to get that?
Like that real animal blood? Where did it come from? Y'all vegans?
You
Y'all
sacrificing
just
goats
slaughter
and
an
chickens
animal
for-
just to throw it on? Like, how did that happen?
Right. That'd be pain.
It's paint.
That bread paint or something. It gotta be.
It ain't blood. It's
or
paint.
beet juice.
Bead
Yeah,
juice.
something that'll stain your clothes. And
Yeah.
that's to make the point of of you spilling blood.
Thank you.
Take that.
Thank you, Kenny. Mm-hmm.
They used to mess up people's furs and stuff. I'm like, ooh.
Man, they threw powder on I know they got Kelly Rowland, said Kelly Rowland has blood on her hands. They was embarrassing her. She was at some book signing or some shit. And they threw a bunch of powder on Kim Kardashian on the red carpet and shit. Like they people come for you. They'll come for you like
They
shit.
put powder?
I hate when you ask with that tone in your question because you sound so like like it's
Stop
so
lying.
like it's so far fetched or out there.
No,
If they threw powder, I ain't say they threw a grenade
on.
on them. I just said they threw powder on them. Just something to say they don't like the fact that they.
And I'm like, I
you
didn't
get
know.
it. Like it's not that deep. I was just saying.
You swear it was powder?
Never mind. Powder, not coke, not cocaine.
If you don't know, you ask the question.
That shit could have took everybody's eyes out.
I know. I just be
That's what
laughing
they
at the
doing.
tone that you use.
That's
when
dangerous.
You ask. That's
They threw powder. They could have killed
Powder?
everybody.
like,
But
just
that's
wasn't
just
that-
me. So
Hey, I want to share this clip with y'all though. I've been
Sure.
wanting to share it. I just could never find it. It finally came back on my For You page. So I had to save it on Instagram. It's this lady talking about I got this shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was so funny to me. I don't know why. To me it was. So we know what Martin Luther King fought for out here. She just had to remind the people. Let's listen to this though.
Martin Luther King had a dream that we would be judged by the content of our character and not by the color of our skin. And now, like, they're removing all these DEI programs, which means we're gonna have to be judged by the content of our character and not by the color of our Oh, wait. Martin
people in the
Luther
back.
King had a dream that we would be judged by the content of our character and not by the color of our skin. And now, like, they're removing all these DEI programs, which means we're gonna have to be judged by the content of our character and not by the color of our Oh, wait.
that's the voiceover though, right?
No, that's her.
No.
We ain't trying. They ain't trying to debate none of that. What did y'all think about what she said?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
that's the point.
That
Yeah,
was funny.
that's funny.
There ain't no voiceover, nothing. That's her talking, being funny. She's a comedian or something probably, but it made a point because that's what he fought for. And now motherfuckers wanting about DIs because they getting judged by not just they want to be judged by their color as well. How do people feel about it? I heard these DI.
Yeah,
I couldn't find this joint because they removed it. It's back up now. How do y'all feel what she said?
I love it.
Well, I thought it was a white lady that did it. That did that, but that's why I was like, that's the voiceover with her, with the because you could. Well, anyway, I don't care.
You don't care.
Because I didn't care about
You
that
do you
because I cared
cared
about
before. I don't know if you don't care now, but you
action
care before.
being removed. That's what I cared about. That all that new stuff that I cared about affirmative action, and I thought when that was being removed, that hurt everybody. But they took affirmative action and replaced it with DEI, and then now they got rid of DEI. That was just a way to get rid of affirmative action. So I was like, this is crazy.
How you feel about what she said then? How you feel about what this lady said?
It's hilarious because it's true. It's so true. All that complaining and crying and complaining and crying and exactly what Martin Luther King was marching for is exactly what needs to be happening. Just off your character and your abilities to do what you're going to do. And that's why she paused. That was funny. Now that they took it away, we got to be judged by our characters. And, oh. Yeah, exactly. That's what we got to do. That's what we've been doing anyway. And DEI, and I said this plenty of times before, DEI was not for us. Okay, I don't know why people don't get that, because it was not for us. The things that were supposed to be for us, that we fought for, civil rights, everything, was not for us. It was supposed to be for us, but again, we are used as the face and the numbers, and they say they're going to do it for us, and it's not necessarily for us. We might benefit a little bit, but every other culture and race benefits for all these things that we fought and marched for. I don't give a damn about no DEI. I don't.
Thank you.
I don't. We are always the face. We are always the face. Come on.
Yeah.
She was funny though. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I wish I had the video at the time when everybody cared about the.
Yeah, because this was the
it
thing
went
at
away.
first. People
I
got a
couldn't-
different
they were
sentiment now.
crying and
But when
going
all of this
off.
shit was going on with this Trump shit, everybody was on this bitch crying about what the fuck they thought was gonna happen. So it's so funny to see people show a different face about this with confidence when this is not where their minds was at in the beginning of all this. So anybody can act like they had a certain sentiment, but that's full of shit for real. Because the majority of the people had a way that they felt about it, not even understanding or knowing shit about it, and feeling a way because of who it was and who it was coming from. And
You know
now
who they were
want to
blaming?
act like they.
Because it was
Nah,
under the Biden administration
I
that
don't want to
they
hear
took
that
out.
shit.
Under the Biden administration, they took out our affirmative action. And I said right then and there, why aren't they getting mad about this? Why aren't they in outrage over them taking out affirmative action? That was the
Because
Biden,
they
right?
only go in the uproar when the news tells them to. People don't know anything because they don't look up nothing. If you're mad about something because the news tell you to be mad, you're stupid. Because the news gonna tell you everything. I was watching a Never Ending Story. I haven't watched that movie since I was a little girl. I watched it yesterday. Of course, I was like, it's I don't even remember this, but I remember crying. Like, you know, when you're young.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and it's a part at the end of the movie when the nothingness was taking over the land. And the wolf was there, and they said that he is not the nothingness, but he's helping the nothingness get rid of things. And they was like, what do you mean? I don't understand. He said, we're taking away people's hope. If you take away people's hope, they can be easily controlled. If you have control, you have the power. That is our government in a nutshell. I said, damn, they did this in 1984. Movies
God damn.
always tell us stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're younger, you're not listening. But I watched that and I was like, ain't this some shit?
Yeah.
But it's the truth. You take
the truth.
away the hope of the people and they are lost. And when people are lost, they go looking for somebody to lead and show them the way. Well, the people think the government is the way, and they ain't nobody but the puppet masters and the puppeteers, and they're controlling you and showing you and doing what they want. You doing what you want them to do. I was so mad.
Yeah, just give me some land and I'm good. Like,
Right. I'm
Kenny
like,
was saying.
damn, that was my movie. But it's always a message in all the movies.
Yeah.
I be reading a lot of them old stories and shit. One joint was so crazy. They was telling us the earth was flat. They was telling us like we was already from this land. All that they was teaching us to these people back in the day, and people kept rebelling, and they was like, "What the fuck going on?" So it was another part of the world that things was going right. He was friends with the guy over there, so he went over there and asked the guys like, "Why we can't get our people to act more like y'all people?" You know, and he was like, "Because you let them know where they from." Said if you know where them from, they know where they come from, then they always gonna know like, I don't come from this. But if you change their history and you don't let them know where they at and how to get around, then you'll have more control. Give them their history. Don't tell them they come from all these great things. You let them come from something else. And that's when we come from slavery. It always started from slavery because they knew we teach them they come from royalty. They will want to be that again. But we let them know we come from slavery. We come from heart. So we should appreciate what we got now. And it worked, you know, so that's what he did. That's what they did. They done changed the map. They done changed everything up. They done changed the time. They don't want people to know exactly where you come from. It ain't just our people. We the main people, they make sure. It's other people as well. You know, they don't know their true history, where they come from, where their ancestors and them came from. Everybody think they got all these millions of people over here on the boat. You just like, come on, man. You just look at the time. that they did those, and what boats was created. It was sailboats. They ain't even had commercial boats yet. And about time commercial boats came, slavery was over with. So it's like, what the fuck was they getting? Like, come on, it don't make sense. But people don't put two together. So they just like, it makes sense out of it. If you make a movie about it, then that definitely make it true. So it seemed like they just took control. And that's why I'd be like, I like Cat Williams, Dick Gregory, a lot of these people, Farrakhan, but I know they control opposition, mean that they still controlled by the same people we dislike. They just got the okay to tell us some truths. So when things do hit the fan, we always believe them. They won't give us the whole truth, but they just give us some of it so that it can be obtainable. So if Farrakhan come on and say, no, we come from this and we come from that, we believe it if we follow the Farrakhan, you know, so they gonna make sure he continue to talk and he speak, he get what he need to go. But when they need us to shut up and they need us to do certain things, these are leaders they bring out. You'll hear LeBron talking, you'll hear Jay-Z come out and speak on some things. The people that they know, Beyonce, that they got control over the people. TD, all of them under the same thing. Anybody that's getting put up in Diddy trial, they all under the same umbrella. All of them.
Shit, that's what all them David, wake up.
Just take what I can though.
That's what all them BET awards and VMAs and Grammys and all that shit is really, I feel like, just recognition of how well you pulling the masses this year. You know, disguising the idea of a hot song or hot album as when it's really just how many people did you pull in this year? How many people did you get immersed in what you're doing, and then you get an award for that? Is really what I think that is now.
Numbers?
So,
yeah,
numbers.
Huh?
Is that what it's boiling down to? Numbers?
Yeah, like really how many people you pull in. Just like how everybody, just like you have a Kai Cenat now, you have a Drewski, you have a even down to a nasty ass Sukihana. You just got somebody that's, if you turn the numbers now in today's time, that's enough for, you know, you to get a leg up from somewhere, a contract, sign a deal of some sort. It doesn't take the talent and all that stuff anymore. So yeah, I really started to look at it now as, instead of a award show, it's like, yeah, you get to perform, yeah, you get to do your latest song, but it's just celebrating the fact that you pulled the masses a little bit better than one of the other celebrities or artists. That's really what I think it is. When you get an award,
none of those people you just named, the Drewskis, the Ashkenash, Hashishana, the last one.
Kai Cenat.
I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. Like, even
I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, that's because that's for the younger crowd. So that would be, you know,
right.
You know, I would say, if I was talking to you, I would say like a Tiffany Haddish, or, you know, some, you know, that was just pulled in just because you just, you know, they're using you as the next bait to pull in the new whatever. It's just somebody. It's a face for everything. That's why the industry will always be a revolving door, because somebody's always gonna fill in a title, or, you know, just like you always expect to see a homeless person, you always expect to see somebody that always got in trouble in and out of jail. It's just certain things that you expect, and they fill in those gaps. You know, it's always somebody to fill a mold. You know,
create no stereotypes.
And proof, proof of what Trey is saying. That, you know, I mean, you got Glorilla winning gospel album of the year, like
gospel. Oh my God! I just want to let y'all know I'm thankful for this gospel album. What, bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with the game?
This news to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know she made a gospel song.
Yeah,
I think she got one with Kirk Franklin. Yeah,
Kirk Franklin. Yeah.
This is what I want to say. This when gospel music first came out with the change with contemporary, you heard the older people like, I don't like this contemporary gospel music. And then when the contemporary changed, they got into the main swing. When the Kirk Franklin and all that, they said, oh, they taking secular music and turned it into gospel music. Well, they was taking gospel music and turned it into secular music. Ray Charles did it. He was taking gospel, turning into music, like gospel music.
It wasn't just Ray Charles. It was all. It was called a crossroads.
A lot of them did it. A lot of them made. That's where the rhythm and blues came from. All the gospel songs. I just believe it's just how you sing it and how you present it. You know,
Sam Cooke, all them.
But they make the change, and when an artist like Glorilla go to a gospel album, that's not like going from contemporary to Old Time Gospel. That is like
That's yeah.
Yeah, but that's just them running shit. It's just like they just let you know how much control they got, but you don't see it. Most people just think like, oh, she really deserving. That they're like, no, they can. Beyonce is the country singer of the year. Like, how? She ain't getting that one reward for them joints, but she's a country singer. It didn't make sense, but they can make sense of it. That's why I wanted to share that last clip, because Martin Luther King came out here and he was fighting for something. People understood what he was fighting for. Then the minute we get it and they take it away, they arguing about it. So it's like it depends on who giving it. It depends on who's saying it. And that's why I say a lot of people just bias. They bias thinkers. They just go off who they like and who they don't like. And I'm gonna show another clip to prove that, because we know what's been going on with these deportations. ICE this, ICE that. Trump been pushing everybody the country. I'm like, why everybody like Obama ain't already did this on a whole other level?
Ben
He did this 100 times more.
Exactly.
And his videos out him talking about it. He's gonna say the same thing. And what's funny is Trump doing this purposely. That's why I say people gotta be careful, because he'll say word for word what Obama said and just get all this feedback. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But when Obama said it, y'all said the opposite. That just let people know people are biased and they got biased opinions.
You're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful,
For some reason, it's
they're the
funny
kinds
as
of
shit
actions
coming from him,
taken
too.
by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century. And to those members of Congress who question my authority to make our immigration system work better, or question the wisdom of me acting where Congress has failed, I have one answer. Pass a bill. If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S.
Just
illegally,
play over. I'm just saying he did the same thing.
Republicans was booing him.
He's saying the same thing. No, they wasn't.
No.
See, that's what we do. No, see, Republicans understand. They all about doing for self. They all about not giving people things. That's the only difference about Democrat and Republicans.
And
one side feel like you should give the people who choose not to work, and Republicans feel like as long as you got a healthy body and you can get out here and make money, you should go out there and get it yourself. The Democrats feel like, no, we should fill the program out to give them the money. That's the only difference. So when they ask these people to go back over there, they ain't had no problem with Obama doing what he was doing, because they want these people coming here as citizens and make money. They don't want you just come over here and live free and just be over here doing all types of shit you want with no papers. You get papers, you can come on and do what you want. Then if you get in trouble, we can deport you back. We know where you came from. We know a little bit about you, but you sneak in here, like, nah, you had to leave. It's people that actually went through this. So it's just weird. When Obama said it, everybody's with it. Everybody on the Democrat side. I don't care what people gonna try to make up the Republicans.
Passed through the House, and it's the same bill. And he even said that they've been working for centuries. It's always blue and red, blue and red. If the blue in the House, the red gonna say no. If the red is all in the House, the blue gonna say no. Instead of everybody just working together, because they saying the same thing. They saying the same thing, but it depends on who said it, or at the time, or
But she did do a gospel song that got over 2 million views. 2 million is nothing. 2 million is nothing in today's time.
And that's too many views, but how many sales?
She also got over 2 million twerks.
Shut the fuck up, David.
So I know it used to be a time they did it on record sales. They don't do sales no more. They do it on views.
It's more so streams. They do sales, but it's harder to do sales because streaming is the new thing. So they'll compile different things, merch and stuff too, depending on what you got. But payola is a real thing, so that shit matters too.
Yeah, 2 million ain't much, for some people. Definitely for her,
she's too up there in terms of notoriety to just be getting for 2 million to be enough for her to get a gospel award, a genre that she's never touched before. So that's a little But I'm
gonna see her
so
views.
She got
he showed you Obama sentiments on the same thing.
Yeah.
They pay you about 0.002 cent to 0.025 cent, which is not even a cent per view. So I don't know how that's gonna add up for them.
That's crazy, and that's highway
Yeah,
robbery.
yeah, they ain't
Once
even
the
a pay.
CDs left, everything else went down with it. Once they changed from CDs to digital, and you stop taking your ass to the music place or Tower Records for music and all that shit, that's when everything
It's,
went
they
down
get
with
an
it.
estimate of $2 probably per 1,000 views.
But that's what Prince said. Prince said that a long time ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
Prince
That's
told him. Prince told him.
And Michael Jackson was the most savviest businessman that people
Ain't
didn't
nobody
give him
fuck with
credit
Mike.
for.
Shit, they did.
Didn't give
The
Michael
ones who
credit. That's
knew
why they killed him.
can't give him credit for something you don't know. People ain't know he owned Sony. People ain't know Beyonce and Jay-Z and all these people was his artists. When Eminem got smart with him, he said, okay, it's
I'm
cool.
gonna buy your
He went
catalog.
and bought his whole catalog. And every time you make music from now on, I get paid. That's gangster shit. People just don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. That's the thing.
But I
That's
had
why
a
we
video
in
that
here.
I wanted to share that broke it down. But
Man, that shit like 20
You had a
minutes.
video on the music industry?
They was comparing Mike and probably Prince. I seen some
Yeah,
of it. I
that
was
one.
like,
That's
you
not.
doing that.
but they talked all about that, how great
This shit like
Michael
an
was
album.
with the business. So, and I was like, yeah, I just got to go with the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what you call moving in silence. That's how I operate. I ain't got to tell you shit. You'll see.
You'll see it. It's gonna
You
hit your
will
ass
see.
up
You
too.
will
Worst
see
way.
Now, as far as the video with Obama, Obama got away with a lot of things.
Hell
And a
yeah.
lot of things was passed under his administration that people did not see. And I was going off about that too. But every time I would see something, hear something, and I'm like, why nobody in the uproar? Because Obama was supposed to be black. At the end of the day, wrong is wrong. I don't trust none of these administrations. I don't care who in office.
That part.
It's always something crazy. Always.
Me and my aunt was talking about that over the weekend. She's older than me. So she said that the best president, and my uncle was saying the best president for the country, they hurried up and got his ass out of there because he was actually doing something where the people was actually benefiting, and he only served
Okay,
one term.
Glorilla advocate.
And that was, do y'all know who that president was?
Can you just tell us?
Who?
Kennedy.
Carter.
Oh,
They
Carter.
said they put him in the history as being the worst president, but he had the best record when it comes to helping the people in the United States. He didn't get involved in that foreign stuff. Jimmy Carter studied home, and he worked for the blue collar person. Okay, he was looking out for the farms. He was looking out for the minorities, everybody, right? And then they domed him as being the worst president. And it came in 1980 when they had Ronald Reagan beat him out, and that we was in the black when Reagan took office. That's all I'm gonna say. We was in the black, right?
Mm.
When Reagan took office in the Reaganomics, that was over 40 years
And
ago.
Jimmy Carter was born on my birthday. He's born October 1st.
Jimmy, he was a good president. He was good. I mean,
So now we in the crimson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's in the history books. Y'all can go back because I had to do some Googling and looking and
You know what I'm saying? Don't it seem like all the good presidents even get assassinated or almost assassinated? But when Trump almost get killed, people say, "Oh no, why you think they trying to kill him?" Over there, it was staged. Oh, okay, it was staged. Why didn't they try to kill Obama? Why didn't they try to kill Biden?
Yeah.
But y'all hate Trump. They always try to kill or assassinate the ones that actually try to do right by the people. Not by the business owners and all that, but they tricking the people. It's like, why y'all hate him so much? Why the media hate him so much and push this hate towards him if he's for them people? Because if he wasn't, the people that control the media will make sure he get the shine that he deserves.
It's just crazy to be younger and to see him in movies, to see him on TV shows as I'm growing up, to see him be the one that all the rappers talk. I'm talking about the good rappers. I ain't talking about all trap shit. All this trap shit and stuff didn't exist. I'm talking about the rappers everybody envy, like the Nas's and the you know, the credible rappers, the KRS-One. Certain people loved him, like wanted to be like Trump. They wanted to make big money like him. They wanted to be a businessman like him. So to be 30 years old and to see now the same people like talking about how he's this and that. When did it change? Because my whole
When he
life
doing it for
until
politics.
now, everybody was all over him as a figurehead to be like and to be around, be in the same circles as. But it's different now, and it's confusing to me.
But he
Because
went into
media said
politics.
so.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, I know that, I want people to tell me that people that had a different opinion, I want them to tell me why they feel that way. I know media power, but I want them to be.
Here
I
goes
wanna see
some
they
of
can tell
them,
me why.
Trey. Here goes some of them. I just came across this joint. That's
Donald
funny.
Trump was a racist, though. Check it out.
Let me in, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in.
Boys from the hood call me Black Donald Trump.
Machiavelli returns if God forgives and I don't. Resurrection of the real time to get richer than Trump. I made $1 million on that corner doing Donald Trump. Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump. Boy, I got money like Donald Trump.
Before I die, I want a mansion and a Lamborghini. My bank account so fat that Donald Trump would want to be me.
I'm like Donald Trump. I'm like Donald Trump.
Hey, that was my song.
Like Donald Trump. I'm on the world. I've got the money.
We are programmed. We was programmed to like them, and now we programmed to hate them. And we just follow whatever the media tells us.
And then they don't tell you all the things he used to do. Now he may be an asshole. We know plenty of assholes. But he has taken care of a lot of people and done things for a lot of people. And those people have spoken up for him. Now the stupid shit he been doing since he in office, you know that we ain't got nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
But what he has been doing, and even some of the things he's done when he was in office were for us, like Molly said, not necessarily just for Black people, but for the American people, those who are actually paying attention to what's being done now. Like I said, he's an asshole. He's slow. He been doing some stupid shit. But again, there's a lot of, again, like you said, Trey, that's all you heard. Donald Trump. And everybody was like, oh, Donald Trump. And he used to hang with the rappers. He used to hang with the people. Now, like you said, all of a sudden they don't like him. Now, all of a sudden, you like, who was that? Chrisette Michelle, or was that, which one of them performed for his inauguration last time?
I think it was, Chrisette Michelle.
It was either her or, what's the other lady? Both of them had beautiful voices. Either way, they did her so wrong because she performed at the inauguration. Why? It's a job.
Yeah.
It's a job.
Program.
Y'all didn't outcast nobody who performed for Obama or Biden or Bush, all the Bushes or Clinton, none of that. But y'all did it for Trump. He's the president.
Yeah.
Because it's Trump. Man, there's so many other presidents that have done so much shitty shit. So much terrible stuff.
Bill Clinton.
Worse than him, but he put his out there. They hide it in legislation.
Yeah.
That's the difference. This is what I keep saying. You're not reading what these presidents are doing, including Obama.
Yeah.
But because Trump run his mouth and he tell you what he gonna do, he the worst of the worst. Oh no, anytime that you put and allow pedophilia to go under the umbrella of LGBTQIA community, you're a fucking problem.
Yep.
That happened under the Obama administration. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep.
But see, and the fact I don't like that they're trying to do that when most people in those communities will kill somebody over a child.
Yep.
They don't play that stuff. They do not play that stuff.
And you have to pull 85% of your time happened under the Clinton administration. He changed the 3 strikes and you out, and that's why all these people in jail, first-time offenders, terming these ridiculous terms, and casting down. That happened under the Clinton administration.
Yeah, and him and his wife with some book, they crazy. But Clinton was supposed to be the first Black president because he played the saxophone and had a little rhythm. No.
And they make
it's crazy.
They don't even give the first Black president the Black president, and that's when he came over there because he wasn't a slave. He didn't come to America as a slave. He was free, but you won't know that in the history books because this history they don't teach.
Yeah, the before George Washington.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been finding all the old clips. People like,
I've been pulling it up on the show, and I was arguing with my aunt about the first Black president. She keeps saying it's Obama. I said it's not.
No, it was one before him. It was after George
So not
Washington.
him.
Sorry, not
It was
before.
Yeah.
George Washington, 8
Before
presidents.
and
Boy, I'm
after
from
Henson, John Henson,
That's 13
Henson.
I thought
colonies
there was
when they
3.
first
I thought there
came
was
here.
3 before George
Yeah,
Washington.
I thought it was
then
one
I
after
thought it
him
was 8.
too.
Nah, I know one.
Because they was doing 1-year terms.
Oh
They
yeah,
wasn't,
yeah.
they wasn't doing
He on the $2 bill though. His name John Hanson. He on the $2 bill.
In the picture.
Mhm.
Yeah, he the only black man on there.
$2 bill that they don't even make anymore out of rotation.
No, you gotta get it from the bank now. You gotta go to the bank. And if you look at it, I think they tried to take it off. They tried to lighten them up.
And there's also what was who's on the I had a silver dollar my grandmother gave me. My grandfather gave her with a black man on it. It says from the log cabin to the White House, from the slave cabin to the White House, something like that.
Oh, listen, you know they don't make
My
put that on
granddad's
there.
like, this is not black money. This is black, we called it black money. Our first black coin was the silver dollar. Who was it? Was it
Yeah.
Frederick Douglass? On it? Or
No, I don't think
Anthony Jackson
I
on
think
it.
it was Booker T. Somebody on it. I
Dude, they
can't
tried to
remember.
say Lincoln was a black he was black.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
was
they
black.
got him facing the other way on
He
the
is
coin.
black. Yeah, they
That's why they
labeled
got
him
him.
white.
Yeah, they trying to face. That's why they face him the opposite direction on the penny, and the other coins are facing that. The people
Got
facing
kinky
that way.
hair like us.
Who
Well,
was
you know
his
he ain't
mother and
claim
father?
black.
I don't know.
Nope, because that wasn't a thing. Like black
Mhm.
wasn't really a thing, you know. So it's just like back then they ain't know we was gonna be called African
No, but
American and
he didn't claim
all
color.
that.
He didn't claim
Nope,
Negro. He
not
didn't
color,
claim
none
none
of
of that.
that. None of that shit.
That's why they put him on a penny.
Mm-hmm.
And faced him the opposite
Because
direction.
he knew he didn't have to claim none of that shit. He like, y'all not gonna make me claim something I don't agree to.
Why
Like I'm not
would they
this,
put him on
I'm
the
not
penny?
color.
I mean, why would they put him on the
Okay.
penny? He wasn't the first, he wasn't the number one, but they did him
No, it's
third.
brown. It's brown.
Yep, that's the only coin that's brown.
Yep.
Yeah, letting you know. They's gonna put our girl on on the food stamps.
Who?
Oh, Harriet Tubman. You talking
Harriet
about?
Tubman.
Supposed to be on the
Look,
$20 bill.
Then they said the
They got
$20 bill.
Wheeler on a silver dollar. Why can't they put Harriet Tubman? They said it was going to put her on a silver dollar too. And people
Nah,
don't know who
Girl,
Dr.
they be
Dewey
lying.
is.
They ain't lying
But
like
my question is, what would that do for people?
nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing but
Especially when they
pacifying.
change
Just
the
another
currency to digital.
pacifier.
Right. So that's why I'll be asking when I ask questions like that, I'll be wondering like it's cool if it happens, but if it would, how is it a question pretty much? Like who gives a fuck if and I can't say that I can't say what my opinion is and put it over other people's opinion, but I'm just wondering if we know it don't matter. I ain't saying what the conversation for, I'm just saying like why even
I guess
why it
it's
matter?
memorabilia
Yeah.
to let you know that it was that person was here and that made a great impact. It's history.
But we say that and we say that that's why I'm asking the questions. We say that, but then we're not keeping nothing else alive. Generally, not everybody, but I feel like generally. So the coin is cool, but what about everything else about keeping history alive?
They erased it.
It's true.
Taking it out. That's why down in Florida they started.
But it's
taking
not
it
up
out
to
of
them.
school. You can't. And
It's not up to them.
But the people go
Yeah.
along with it. If they say this is what you're gonna do, they're like, okay. It's just like everybody's
Maybe
falling
the
off
school
their-
system, but I mean us,
Yeah, it's our job to keep the history going. It's
not
our
the
job.
school system.
Yeah.
That's why Molly used to say that our
Yeah.
children, we need to teach them at home first, and I believe that. I
Man,
believe.
what? I talked to my father an hour yesterday, and he was telling me about his great grandmother and how he used to go over there and they Indians, and how he used to say, "Hey, Mom, look at them Indians over there." And his great grandfather came over there and said, "Boy, you Indian too. Where you think you get all that nice hair from?" And he didn't know. He was like, "That's when he found out." I'm like, "Dad, how you knew you was from this land?" And he said they got family that came as slaves or that was slave, but that was basically like it is today, hard labor. Anything that was hard labor considered slavery to them. You still got paid, but they've been on this land. Like they've been people from all over the world been coming to this land to visit. It's just that some people got hijacked on their way here. And that was the thing. I ain't know that. You know, that was something new to hear about, like pirates. You know, that's why pirates was a thing, the boats and all that. So when people would try to come to America, some people would get their boats hijacked and they would come in here and pretend like they was part of the crew as well, you know, and they were just trying to find and steal. But it was a lot of us already here. Now they bunched us all up as black, colored, Negro. And back then they didn't go for that shit. That was considered like you calling somebody a nigga. Like even another black person ain't like that. Don't call me black. Don't call me colored. None of that. They did that. That's like we fighting about people being on a dollar bill. They created money. We fight about Black Lives Matter. That should be the street. They created that shit. They give and they take. So they give it to you to make you feel some type of way. Then they take it just to remind you that we in control. But we're going to give you something else to be happy about. It is just like, damn, when we going to get out of this cycle? This the last clip for the day. It's just another interview at the time when Obama was president talking about terrorists because people tend to forget. So I'm just trying to resurface some of these videos. So I get tired of hearing, oh, we ain't had to deal with this when Obama's in office. Yes, the hell you did. It's just that y'all handled it a lot different. Y'all ain't out here marching in protest.
He spoke eloquently.
Yeah.
There was 8 other black presidents before
That's what
George
I said.
Washington.
I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they wasn't a United States, so it's not really the president of what.
It was
That's the biggest market in the
They
world. Number
wasn't
2
united.
is
It
those countries are already selling to us. I keep on pointing out there are a lot of Japanese cars here in the United States, almost no U.S. cars in Tokyo. Number 3 is that if we don't write the rules, China will write the rules out in that region. We will be shut out. American businesses, American agriculture, that will mean a loss of U.S. jobs. The argument is, number 1, that's the biggest market in the world. Number 2 is those countries are already selling to us. I keep on pointing out there are a lot of Japanese cars here in the United States, almost no U.S. cars in Tokyo. Number 3 is that if we don't write the rules, China will write the rules out in that region. We will be shut out. American businesses, American agriculture, that will mean a loss of U.S. jobs. The argument is, number 1, that's the biggest market in the world. Number 2 is...
That shit
and we
keep
still got
going.
the same problem. So they didn't listen to him back then either. He didn't get nothing passed. None of that stuff passed.
No, he was explaining why he was doing what he was doing. He did get stuff passed, and he was letting them know why he going this way. He was like, "It's for America." He was like, "Because if not, China gonna take over." And then the minute somebody else mentioned China, they always blame shit on China. China already taken over. They trying to still do the same thing, and we trying to avoid that from happening. But it got to be Obama. It got to be somebody like Obama. It can't be Trump because Trump too hated. I don't know who gonna come in next, but I'm just like, for this to be done the same way, smooth, you need another Obama or somebody. And I think Trump might be a president again for a third term if things keep going the way it's going. Everybody keeps saying, how he gonna become president? It's easy. It's no different. Obama could have did it. He could have been Joe Biden vice president, and Joe Biden could have said, you know what, I'm ill, sick. Vice president step in, you the president again. That's what Trump can do. He can tell JD Vance run. JD Vance end up winning and just step down. That's all he got to do. Step down. The vice president become president. Trump another term. So everybody keep wondering how he going to, like he just going to bully his way in and say, you know what? I'm going to be the last president. Nah, it's ways to go around it. But I just been resurfing a lot of these old Obama videos and him just speaking on the same thing that they speaking on now.
I think we need a break.
And that's why it's still out there now.
We need a break. No presidents for the next 4 years after he get out. We just need a break.
I know, right?
It should be a collective group. Like, why we got one guy in control of this thing? It should be a vote. Should be 4 of y'all should be our president.
They can make an unanimous.
All 4 of y'all, the majority vote or something, or 5, so it can always be uneven. But yeah, one guy. It's like, nah, he the president of the company. That don't mean he own it or he make any calls. He just the face. I see that. The United States
Well,
is
the U.S. is a company, yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
definitely is a corporation.
Poor guy. He's just the face, but this face got power. So They was like, you want me to be the face? My face gonna come with some power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that, you know, like you said, kill the hope. We'll follow and do whatever. Manufacturers manufacture us, program us, do whatever.
Shit.
Do whatever.
I ain't know we been on 3 hours already. Time be flying.
So
Hell yeah.
A good Monday Madness. David, Louisa, Trey, Molly, for coming in and making it a Monday Madness. Y'all really make the show.
I know. It's like, nah, I'm playing. It's like, nah, thank you. Nah, I appreciate it though when you say stuff like that.
I want to say thank you for letting us come in.
Yeah, be a part of this.
I've been doing this thing going on 5 years. So the radio, the video, I don't know what's next.
Oh, well, we gonna tell you in a little bit. We about to level this thing up. This thing ain't gonna stay where it's at right now. So this motherfucker gonna level up. Y'all be expecting a lot more coming. Shit. What the fuck you talking about? What I got fireworks and shit for if ain't new shit about to happen. That's what it's for. New shit about to pop off.
It's time.
It is though. But I love everybody coming through here. The people that's stopping by the Morning Mac Show page now. So it's I can't remember some of the names. It's something Rose. She been coming in there lately. I see Josh Tyler Course over there. Yeah, Shay Rose and I think it was a Donald or something earlier. It was a guy that was in here I never seen.
Yeah, a guy named Kyle.
That was different. That was even a different person. But it was somebody else that was different people starting to visit the Morning Mac Show page. So people traveling over there. That's cool.
Yeah, we had Kim in here.
Liz Kim, yeah.
From the Next Level Radio family.
Carlton, I got a good
Fliggy Woo was in here. Carlton was on. LA Chout. AQ.
Thank you.
The Reverend.
Thank you, Kenny.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Hey, Molly, I sent you a
shout out. Let's see, man. You gotta start sending me shit over the weekend or something.
Nigga, when you come in here, don't wait till the music come on to show nothing.
I thought it
was We've been on 3 hours, David.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I thought it was already sent.
Oh.
No, you did because you said, "Hey, Molly, I gotta see this."
No. I said, Molly, I sent you.
Yeah, it said a minute ago. You just said.
My phone's on the charger.
Trey got a whole rave going on back there. Go ahead, Trey.
It's the finale in this bitch. That's what it is.
See what funny man got going on upcoming. Look like it's a Juneteenth event.
July the 4th.
Oh, that's why. That's why she be commenting late because the show be delayed, so she be thinking that it's still live.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a little behind us. It's still gonna be a little behind us.
This weekend, the show that you all said that you all was gonna go to in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Ooh, not guilt trip.
I already got reserved seats and everything for you all.
Okay.
The guy said
it's this Saturday.
Right.
At Silverado, right?
Yeah, look, Craig, the reminder was
that y'all said y'all gonna come to.
Coming. I already got y'all with me.
Yeah. He said for y'all tickets will only be $10 or whatever since
well, that's cool because I got a joint that I'm doing this Saturday with my dad, but that's over at 5. So they give me plenty enough time to get back up there to your end, and I'll use my pay from that to go to your joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to come. That'd be my first time meeting you and stuff too. I already
know.
seen Phoenix big butt ass, so I don't, you know.
Mhm.
But it'd be dope to meet David and stuff. See, you know, funny man.
Okay.
I told him Reese, I told him Beast, I told him Phoenix, I told him
yeah. So y'all niggas,
David, my
y'all hear
ID
that
shit.
don't say Phoenix.
So look,
No, I didn't say Blue Phoenix. I said
No,
Weezy.
what time do you want us to be there?
Show starts at 9:00, but
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't work Sunday anyway, so I'm there till it's done. You know, I love to be there and take some pictures and stuff with y'all and all that shit.
That's a little slow.
And I told him Tyrese because I sent him
Who?
I sent him the song.
Who did you say? Who were you? Excuse me, David. No. What did you say, David?
Tyrese.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said something else. Never mind.
It sounded like he was getting ready to start singing.
Yeah, he did.
Sweet lady.
But I'm gonna let him fix it. It's cool.
So he's gonna tell Tyrese.
Tyrese. What do you want from me?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we still live.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Sometimes it say
yeah, they promoting this little fly.
Oh yeah. Did you even tell them the date and stuff, or was they just supposed to read it?
It was on the post. Look,
It was on the screen. Yeah, the laptop died.
Oh shit!
I'm putting it back up over here.
All right.
Phil Page.
Get out of here.
Not left your own show for Philip Page.
Nah, I pulled it off the screen.
Oh, all right. I was gonna say, I thought took us up right off the screen. I was about to say that bitch will get up.
Do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, David. Go ahead and read the flyer to everybody.
It's a place called Silver Strings Restaurant. It's located in Silver Springs, Maryland. Let me see.
Yeah, I know she know that drink.
It says June 21st at 9:30. Oh, it started at 9:30.
Showtime.
What time the door open? Like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, because before they do like karaoke. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they got a little something going on before the comedy portion starts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Silver Strings Restaurant. Look at that. I got to coordinate with one of y'all, get a ride out there or whatever. That's too soon to rent a tour car and all that shit. So I'm going to have to coordinate with one of y'all and get to a certain point or something like that. Get dropped off in that area or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm getting right on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why the fly like cut out some and shit, Dave. I don't know why it's like that.
Where is it? I can't see.
I'm about to look up the exact address.
Oh, with the fist.
Yeah.
Who popped in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
nah, it's something else on that's gonna add to the promotion thing.
Oh no, I'm joking with him.
Is this so? How did it go this Saturday, Dave?